Hello, sorry, I'm just warming up the drums here. This is going to be my reaction to the Superman trailer. As people know, I haven't been very active on YouTube recently because I've been doing a lot of work. It's now Nerd Man here, dressed officially as a nerd. Um, Seems like maybe the conservatives have got to me, and I'm now dressed officially as a nerd. But yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here to talk about the Superman trailer because Superman is my favorite superhero. Uh, yeah, I just came back from court. You want to join me? You can join me, man. If you're awake and about, I'd love you to join. Um, it always makes it more interesting to have a conversation. But yeah, no, I'm a huge Superman fan. I love this character to bits. Sup, big bro. This all yeah. Please you could ask me questions during this. Um, Anybody who wants to ask me questions or anything like that during this, do so. Make it a little bit more interactive. But yeah, no, so and I'm going to tell people straight off the bat what they're not going to get, from this reaction, because it's more of a review. I've already seen the trailer. Unfortunately, I can't do a live, like, oh, this is what I think of the trailer live kind of thing. But one thing you're not going to get, look, I'm not going to come at this with pure hate. um, at all, actually, because there's many things I like about the trailer. But I'm also, I'm not going to be one of these Snyder guys. I do like some of Snyder's films. I wouldn't officially classify myself a Snyder fan, but I certainly liked what he was cooking up with Zack Snyder's Justice League. Had some real issues with Batman v Superman, but I actually did like it. But I also like a lot of other DC movies that are not Zack Snyder and recent ones. And kind of this is where you're going to see the reaction to this trailer. Kind of, you're going to see the other side of this thing for me, which is, okay, how good is this trailer actually? Did it really give me those feels that that I as a Superman fan? I mean, I'm a huge Superman fan. Like, I've got like lots of the comics, whatever. This should have really given me like chills, the feels. And maybe it's just that I've become a tin man with no heart over the recent years. But I'm hoping that's not the case. So I'm going to go through the trailer with you. It's a peaceful, loving space. Please, any questions you have about the trailer. And then, yeah, we're just going to discuss it, and I'm going to discuss it in relation to other DC trailers and some of also the kind of a little bit of the hypocrisy regarding how everyone's like doing backflips over this trailer in comparison to other trailers that have. Oh God, here we go. The blasphemy is back. The blasphemer is back. Yeah, I'm gonna compare it to other DC trailers and show some of the hypocrisy around like how everyone's doing audible like backflips over this. Because I think one of the problems or one of the contentions I have with this whole space is I think people decide whether they're going to like a movie, whether or not, before they've even watched it. Like, like there's the Snyder Bros, there's the MCU diehards who decide everything that's DC is trash, unless perhaps It's directed by one of their MCU directors. There's a diehard Gon fans who believes he can do no wrong. So there's all these different sides, and they've decided they like this film or they don't like the film. And the good news to that is, as a Superman fan, if they've already decided, hopefully that's going to reflect in the box office, because there's so much excitement online about it, of how great it was. So I'm expecting this one to make 800 to 900, maybe even $1 billion compared in how much these guys are gushing over this movie. So we'll see when the day comes, if they're as big group as they think they are, whether it's the Snyder Bros, we're gonna take down this movie, or whether it's the James Gunn's fan, this movie is just the greatest thing since sliced bread. We'll see how big those groups are when the day comes. But that being said, I hope for the best for this movie either way, no matter what my reaction is to the trailer. So let's go on with responding to the trailer. I'm going to watch it through once, and I don't care if they try and do some crap to me. I'm going to discuss this. I'm going to discuss it in relation to other DC trailers. And also, I want to give a shout out to the politician Superwise, who actually we did a stream together, and this has never happened to me before. I love it though. I love him. Don't worry. I don't even care about it, because it doesn't matter to me. But he edited this thing where he edited the video we were on, where I was like just purely positive about this trailer. I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was quite funny. I think he did it by accident anyway. I don't think he did it on purpose or intentionally, because I was broadly speaking positive about a number of aspects of this trailer. Yo, Glindor, man, I'd love to talk to you. So or Paul, or however you're going these days, by all means, you can click on that StreamYard, whatever, say Happy Christmas or whatever. Yeah, Superwise. Come on, bro. I don't know if you did it on purpose, but like that was some politicking there, man. You had me saying I thought Cornswear was going to be the greatest Superman. I was like, I did not say that necessarily. I actually think that, but I didn't say that on the that trailer is pieces of crap. Jesus Christ. All right, let's go on with this. Let's get on with this whole shebang, baby. Oh, Sean, my boy, Stackhouse. Yo, again, there's the few people, man. I'm perfectly happy with you jumping on. If you want to jump on StreamYard, Paul, Sean, any of you guys, man. Perfectly happy with you jumping on. But if you don't want to, that's also fine. But I hope you're having a lovely Christmas season. All right. So let's look at this bad boy right here. Gonna get full screen. Tell me if you can hear the voice or the sound. The voice. Okay. I want to start here because it's very interesting to me that I saw a number of reactions to this part of the trailer. Even just the beginning of the trailer, I saw a number of reactions of people being like, oh, to see Superman beaten up in the first scene, it's like Superman gets beaten up. You know that, right? And I don't even see it as that shocking. But yeah, Superman, he's very, very strong, but there's things that can actually hurt him, you know. And I think the important thing for me is not establishing like, oh wow, how shocking this is that Superman can get beaten up. For me, what was interesting about it is to go against this whole. There was things, even though there was aspects I liked about the Snyder stuff. Superman certainly wasn't one of them. And even in Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'm like, this dude's too OP. This is why people think Superman's boring. Because he's so OP. He could take on the whole Justice League. He could take on Steppenwolf with his hands tied behind his back. He comes in not impressed. As much as I love that bit where he just takes the axe and he's like not impressed, blows on it and smashes it up. Another side of me is like, dude, the whole Justice League just got dragged down by this one character, and you're just like not impressed. So it's nice for me to see that he's establishing that this version of Superman, and this is fine, by the way, because there are different versions of Superman. Some versions of Superman are this OP. It's just, it's never been the stories I've enjoyed most about Superman. Some of the stories that I tend to gravitate towards are the ones where he's a little bit more vulnerable, you know, like the magic thing. When it says like he's got a vulnerability to magic, they mean he's got a vulnerability to magic, and it can hurt him. You know, kryptonite can really hurt him. People as strong as him or stronger can hurt him. That's important for me, and I like that they're establishing that this is, you know, this Superman has limitations. So I really liked this, actually, this first bit. Now I'm just going to go through the trailer, but I just wanted to say that so I didn't forget. Wow, the hair. Wow, the hair. We're going to come back to the hair in a minute. Woo! Loving the score. I hope it's not too loud. I hope you can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me, guys. Why didn't they just give him that haircut? That haircut's absolutely fine. Okay, Crypto. James Gunn doing his James Gunn shit. Oh, there's gonna be a cute little animal or whatever.
Home. Take me home.
Oh, the stoop. Okay. Watch out, Superman. You're gonna maybe break her neck doing that. But all right.
Superman.
I love that bit. Okay. Okay. Look, man. What was this? Yeah, man. The score over the Oh, here we go. The man of the hour himself. What's going on? Oh, what up, Australia?
Hey, man. Is this like your first time watching this?
It isn't my first time watching it. It's not my first time watching it, unfortunately. I did a show with Superwise where he politricked me, edited my the dude edited my shit, man. Edited my shit. It was like getting me saying stuff about it that I didn't say, but I was like okay with it because I said I'm generally positive about the trailer, so it didn't bother me that much. I said I have to maybe get my lawyer to have a look at that one because. Anyway, how are you doing, buddies? How are you doing, JG?
Somebody's got to come and tell the truth here, nerd man. Somebody has to.
Oh,
all right. Let me look.
What's going on, Paul? Man? Long time no see.
What's going on, man?
I want to get a few of my negatives about this, through before I go on to the positive love fest, and we will talk about the Snyder of it all, but later. Yeah. So, first of all, let me start with the hair. I want to start with the fucking hair.
The fact that you're starting with a nitpick is a positive to me already.
It is a positive. It is a real positive because I love, I don't understand people who are like, oh, I don't like the goofy Clark Kent. I don't like this, that, and the other. I like Clark Kent a little bit like frumpy, a little bit, not over the top, but, and I do think in retrospect that, what's his name? Christopher Reeves. Don't say what's his name. Christopher Reeves, the GOAT himself. I do think Christopher Reeves overdid it, especially by these standards. But I think he was also hilarious and it was very charming for the time. But you don't necessarily want that now. I don't know that's going to translate now. That being said, the whole distinction between Clark and Superman, I've always loved. I think it's a very interesting dynamic of the character. It isn't always like that. Some of the cartoons had Clark Kent being pretty stern and straight, whatever. So it's not always like that, right? And it's the same in the comics. Some people do it that way, some people don't. But here's my thing, right, with this haircut. I look at this guy and I'm going, dude, what's up with your hair, bro? And then I'll look at him because I'm looking at his weird hair and go, wait a minute, are you Superman? Because you look a lot like Superman, dude. Because this makes you notice him. It doesn't draw eyes away from this guy. You look at this guy and you're going, this is a handsome looking guy, whatever, but why is his hair like that? Who did? Oh, are you Superman, dude? Because you look a lot like that and oh, is it that why you've got that? That's what I think when I look at that hair. I think the what it's actually trying to do does the opposite effect. Now, is that going to ruin a movie for me? Absolutely not. But I do think that it has an absolutely opposite effect from what it's actually trying to do.
Mm.
There's a lot of people that have this hairstyle.
Is there?
Yeah, why? You're only saying this because you're only saying that because he's Clark Kent and he's Superman already. This is your bias, your presupposition in this is already playing effect. You already know that he's Superman. So you're like, oh, it already draws attention to it. So there's heaps of people that have messy hairstyle like this. And
I've never seen anyone with a haircut like that.
What you say about Clark Kent, is very important. I want to divert to another movie, Kill Bill Part 2, where Bill talks about his favorite character, Superman, and he goes on this big. It's Tarantino talking about who Superman is, and Superman's commentary on humanity is Clark Kent. That's why he's bumbles around. That's why he's unsure of himself, because Superman is sure of himself. He is that's who he is. So his disguise is a bumbling guy that doesn't really know what he's doing. He follows Lois around that's his whole thing. And then there's a part in this trailer where he actually, I think it's where he's in the Daily Planet. And
we'll go to that in a second.
It's perfect Clark Kent. It's, if you look at him, it's this is his commentary on humanity. He's not superior. He's very much this is what humanity's like. I'm telling you, this is I feel even from this little teaser, they've got the dichotomy between these two characters that are played by the same person down. I think it's.
Oh no! I look, dude. I think he's doing a great job. The physicality of it all, I like that. I'm just talking about the hair.
The hair. Okay. I don't know why you're talking about the hair. I don't know why you're nitpicking. You know what? It's a blessing, though, man, because as I said at the beginning, you nitpicking the hair out of this entire teaser trailer. That's the first point you have to make. This is a great thing. This is a great thing. Like,
dude, but think about it. This guy's going to be in this movie a lot, right? Like Clark Kent, I am hoping it's going to be a big part of this movie, and I'm going to have to stare at that hair like the whole time. And I don't know.
It's not that big.
Man, are you jealous of your lack of hair?
Is that what it is? A little bit more of a distraction.
It's the lack of hair. I think you're jealous about her, man. Your lack of hair, and you're jealous that he has a whole curly mop, and you're sitting there with nothing but scalp on your head.
I'm already regretting letting you on. I don't know why I did this to myself.
But look, seriously though, it's. I was kind of with you at first, Nerd Man, because it was kind of weird. Although it is normal for me to see haircuts like that where I am, it's still weird. But the more I watch, the more it grows on me. And when you see the frame, like Paul was talking about, where he's in the Daily Planet, he does that kind of turn. I guess he's looking towards Lois. Then I'm sure we get to when we fast forward to when he's Superman. They look like two totally different people.
No, I like that. I really like that.
I feel like he's disheveled in this shot. I feel like he's rushing to the Daily Planet. But when you see the Daily Planet later, his hair isn't like this.
Oh, last thing about the hair, though. I do think, me personally, if I walk past a dude with that haircut, I would look at him. I'd be like,
what?
Right. I would look for a second. I'd be like, is that for real?
Oh my goodness. I think JG's right. You look at him and go, I wish I had hair like that.
Because I think it was a hairpiece. I literally think it was a hairpiece.
Oh my goodness.
Because it looks like a fucking hairpiece. Let's be real. All right, second thing, getting the negatives out of the way. All right, I think there's a few shots in here that look very, very TV-ish. I don't know about CW. A lot of people are going with CW-ish. I think they look a little TV-ish. I can't look. So,
are you talking about the film grading? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. It was also in the teaser trailer, which I don't know if those shots. Oh, this shot looks cinematic.
Look at that. Look at the cape. Look how colorful it looks. Oh my! It's so good to see Superman colorful again. My God.
I love that. I love that with the trunks and everything. I love that. Okay, so this whole section looked a little TV-ish to me, and then when he goes into the Daily Planet here as well.
Oh, look at that ass, dude! Look at it! Look at that suit.
We get it. You like the suit, man. I like.
And no, look at it though. Look at it, dude. Look at.
All right, should we do a love fest on the suit, and then we'll go on to the TV-ish?
Look at how good it is, man. Like, come on.
All right, look. All right,
everyone was moaning about the set pictures, about the suit. You remember how everyone was moaning about that?
Let's go into the suit, all right? Because you're fucking right. That was a bunch of BS, bro. I was watching online, everyone going, oh my God, the suit. What are you talking? Look, take away that it looks great, first of all. What is the problem in the sense it's a fucking Superman? That's a Superman suit. Yes, I don't know. I don't get what are you talking about?
The S on the back, it's
Superman. Yeah, like what are we doing here? Like it's got the yellow. It's got the yellow Superman logo at the back.
Yeah, and the yellow
everything.
Yeah. He basically took Christopher Reeve's suit, made it more contemporary.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And I love that powder blue look.
So good.
It looks great. It looks great.
Yeah. So
when you get that zoom up where he's laying there, and you get the S as well, how bright the yellow and red is against the blue. It's just it pops because he's the hope. He's the symbol of hope for the DC universe, and they're actually making him look bright. And like the sun recharges him, for God's sake. He should be bright. Like
I get it. And also, I just want to, like, for me, it's the whole, like, just breaking down, needling everything about, like, the suits. Like, what do you want to make the suit? Is that what you want a job in Hollywood? Go to Hollywood, show them your credentials, and do the fucking suit. if it's not to your like? What can they do to make it to your liking? I don't understand, right? Like it's all of this BS, and it's always to do with another fucking agenda. Oh, Henry Cavill was so much fun. Henry Cavill was good. I like Henry Cavill. You know, in one movie, by the way, you liked him in one movie.
He suffered from a script that didn't give him his due.
I thought that at first as well, but then I looked at his other movies, and the dude is pretty wooden in a lot of it. I've never seen him do like just a comedy or something where he's a comedy character.
Yeah.
You know, he's always a little bit wooden,
right? Because a lot of the Brits that do those try to go into that English roles or American English roles, they kind of sound kind of robotic in ways, like because their voice inflection. Yeah, nerd man. The voice inflection, like when they scream too loud, their accent comes out. Right? Yeah. I always point to Andrew Garfield in Amazing Spider-Man. Who's like, get the ambulance, he's like, get the ambulance. Like the accent comes out. Right. I think Henry Cavill is one of those guys that just when he's like the man from Uncle, the same way. He's very robotic in his speech. He has to take his time when he's saying words, stuff like that.
Yeah. The
Australians do a great job at. I don't know what's wrong with you, Brits, nerd man.
The link was for the link was for Paul and JG and people I usually stream with, but I am going to be checking all the comments. So, and also for Sean.
Margot Robbie does a great American accent.
Anyway, but she's Australian, dude.
Exactly. My point right there, nerd man. My point.
Well, yeah, Hugh Jackman is another one.
Okay.
Yes, another one.
So yeah, I don't get all the negativity around the suit. It's just more nonsense. It's like, dude, get a girlfriend, okay? I'm sorry, I don't want to put it out there, but just
they've made this universe that's failed their life, man, and they're all basement dwellers. It's like when they did that teaser shot, right, of the teaser, and they were like going, "Why is with the color grading on this?" I was like, "Have you ever been in the street in the sun? No, you haven't. You're living in the basement. Like, go outside in the middle of the sun, and there's going to be natural glare from the sun." Right? It's not.
Are you talking about the color grading on the shot?
Yeah, they took and the short that was for this teaser, and they just went on about it, and then all of the Snyder Bros.
Yeah, but the Snyder Bros, you know the Snyder Bros. Like, we're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, anything that isn't Snyder, they're gonna hate. So
we're gonna have a conversation about that.
I remember on X they did like,
but going back to that teaser,
that
was worse than this. That was way worse than this. Like, this is just a little bit off. Where I'm like,
well,
and then it looks really cinematic in places.
Yeah, like this looks cinematic. Like
this looks cinematic. But let me.
I would say my only nitpick with this is when they pan down, it looked a little CG-ish, a little bit kind of off. I'm just going to nitpick a little bit, but it didn't bother me much.
And so the trunks here, like from the side, they look a bit like boxer shorts almost, or short shorts.
What a thong, man! Good God!
But I actually like it. The funny thing is, I don't mind it. I like the fact that they're, it
looks like Superman from the.
It looks like Superman from the car. It looks like Superman from almost the more silly, whimsical.
Like the I would say like 1980s, like 1970s, 1980s, like Superman.
I would say straight up all-star Superman, like you know, like that.
Well, the S is very reminiscent of that.
You know the way Darwin Cook draws Superman.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, like that. That's what it's giving me vibes of. So I actually quite like it. Like, it looks a little bit silly, clownish, and in a way, not totally, but like it has that element of the Darwin Cookish kind of stuff. So good stuff all there. Okay, as I said, here where he goes into the Daily Planet, I've got a little bit of a critique about the city. I want to remember this about the city, how it looks, and also about the Daily Planet and how it looks.
Talk about this.
This looks great. This is very cinematic.
This part where he whistles, like,
Right. Here. These shots
when he turns here, when he turns there,
yeah, it looks like two
turn
different
there,
people.
that was like Clark. Like what? Like
He doesn't even look like Superman. He looks like
he's got this
people.
goofy, like he's not goofy, but like he's got like this innocence about him, like human innocence.
Do you think she knows who he is?
Not now. Oh, well, this is not an origin story, so there's a conjecture about that. I think possibly
the way she's looking back
he
at
knows. Him. Yeah, I feel like this is before she knows who he is, but it's not an origin story. Like, that's what they've made.
So I really don't want to go into this with them in a relationship already.
I think it's gonna happen, man, because you have that iconic shot of them floating in the air kissing.
Yeah,
that iconic comic shot.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like from my point of view, I don't mind. You know, it could work, but I miss that little spark of, you know, like it's almost like a romantic comedy in some sense, like with Clark and Lois. You know, where it's like, will they work? I loved it with Terry Hatcher. I loved it with the old Christopher Reeves movies, where it's like, will they work there? Will she see? You know, like that little flirtation goes a long way to making the film a little bit sexier. You know, like in some kind of sense, or a little bit, you know, having like that kind of whimsical and you know. Yeah. So I hope they take that route, but it's not to say, you know, Lois and Clark was great, you know, like this. Clark and Lois. What's the new show?
Oh, the one that just got cancelled.
The one that got cancelled, yeah.
Yeah,
that was great in the beginning, and they were fully established.
I think it was called Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois. There we go. So that was great in the beginning. And they were already fully. So I don't want this to be like a knowing thing. I want this to be like, oh, maybe I'm catching on to something. Is this guy a little bit too, you know, he's trying a little bit too hard. My sharp journalistic skills are kind of breaking through, you know, like and seeing, you know, him for what he is.
Oh yeah, discovery.
Yeah. So I'd like to see that element of their relationship play out, because we haven't seen that in a while. Hated, and of course you're going to love this, is going to be music to your ears. Hated the Snyderverse version of their relationship in the first two movies, at least, where I was just like,
it felt forced.
It just was like,
I didn't have chemistry.
She was like, oh, they were like, oh, she discovered who he is from journalism. It's like before he'd even taken on the role of Clark Kent.
Yeah. Because like Lois and Clark did it really well because like they were working alongside each other for ages in that show, and I think it was like mid-series that she finally figured out who he was. So it's just like, I don't know. I think even Smallville did it better than.
No, but if the idea was, oh, she's such a clever journalist, she could figure out who Clark Kent was. You know, it never fooled her or whatever. At least let him get the disguise first, and then she's like, no, I'm after him.
You know, like that would
So I didn't. That whole thing was like, I didn't even get that. Like, I don't think Lois should have been in that movie. I think it should have been
first
what's
film.
The name? It should have been. I think they just put Lois in because they were like, oh, Lois has to be in the movie because it's Superman. It feels to me like they needed Lara. What's her name? The other one, his first girlfriend, Lana Lane. Like that needed to be in that movie instead. But anyway, let's not talk about that bullshit right now. Let's go back to the current Superman trailer. So I do like his mannerisms. I love, you know, that it doesn't look like a one-on-one, like, oh, I'm just gonna go straight Christopher Reeves with it. He's doing his own form of awkward nerdiness, you know, like, so I really like that. I do like the way this Lois Lane looks. I think we're gonna get a lot of bests for Superman. Bests
so
since.
Good. Yeah, I agree.
Thank you. You reminded me of something. I don't care because it's Superman and I think it's great. And I know you're just going to go, oh, I love this cast. So I'm just going to tell you what I think of the cast from the beginning, because I know you're going to say, I love this cast. And I love the cast, or truly, like the way they look in all their different
even
roles.
more after seeing this teaser. After seeing this teaser, I'm on board with this casting choice, especially the guy that plays Lex. I forget his name, but the guy that's playing Lex in this movie,
Christopher Holt.
Dude, when they flies past in this trailer and he turns around and there's just the rage in his eyes for this alien, I'm just like, yes, this is Lex Luthor. Like, I'm gonna kill this guy. Like,
let's save that for a little bit later because
he's cooking. That actor is cooking.
I'm gonna wax lyrical about that Lex and say something one funny thing, but there's no stars, bro. I'm worried about that.
Yeah. No.
I'm a little bit worried about that.
The woman that plays Lois, she's a pretty big star.
Is she though?
Yeah, Rachel Ross.
I don't know if she's an A-lister, but she's up there.
She's up there.
I mean,
she's the most known cast member. Oh, sorry, no. The guy that plays Lex, he's a huge star as well. He's been in a lot of...
come on, bro. Don't tell me Beast is a big star. He's up and coming.
I'm talking about Skins. Dude, I'm talking about Skins. He's
done some good roles. I've seen him in some good roles recently.
He was amazing in The Menu.
The Menu.
I forgot about that. Yeah, he was good,
bro. Did you saw that? That was so good.
The Menu's so good, but he was in that movie.
He was great. He was great in that movie. Obviously, the movie was really about the other guy, like the chef or whatever. But he was fantastic in that movie. He was such a little slime ball from the get go. He was amazing in that movie. That being said, it didn't scream Lex Luthor to me. I was a little bit sad that they didn't go with Alexander Skarsgård because in what's that show called? Fuck me. The one we used to watch it. We I think you liked it as well. Succession.
Succession.
Did you ever watch Succession?
He's in Succession at the end.
Yeah. I thought that first scene when he came in like screamed like an arrogant Lex Luthor to me. So when they put his name out and they put him versus this guy, I was like, I don't know, man. I think Alexander Skarsgård might be a little bit better for this role, but whatever. It didn't go to him. It went to Nicholas Hoult. I like what he's doing. I'm a little bit worried about the lack of star power here. A little bit worried. One, I'm worried that DC can't attract stars anymore because you're talking about Superman. The last Superman had Kevin Costner. What's his name? Gladiator. It had Amy Adams as Lois. Do you know what I mean? Like it was stacked, bro. Whatever you want to say about it, it was absolutely stacked.
Yeah, but Nerd Man, look what they did with that cast. That's why they can attract that. And I'm actually happy they've picked like sure, I'll give you that medium range stars, like not humongous stars, but medium, because this movie
they're not medium range, bro. They're lower than
great
medium
actors.
range.
But what I'm
they're
saying
good actors.
is like. But what I'm saying is that's what DC needs. They need a good script. They need someone that cares about the comics, and they need someone that will also give something new. And by the way, I'll say this: my missus, she wouldn't watch this, but when she saw Nicholas Hoult as Lex, she was like, "I'm watching this," because she loves him as an actor. So there are people that are attracted to different cast members in this.
That's true. That's true.
That have watched them.
I'll say this though: James Gunn is a bigger name than any of the actors, and that's worrying.
That's true, but that's not worrying. That's not worrying at all because I feel like it's the same as Guardians, dude.
Yeah,
Guardians. No.
Guardians didn't have A-listers like that either.
Guardians had MCU. I'm sorry, the leader of the Guardians.
Secondly, like what's his name was a cult star.
Let me finish.
A cult star.
No.
The lead actor.
No, he was not. No, he's not.
You know
no,
he
got good after Guardians of the Galaxy. That's when he started getting those roles.
JG's right. The only thing that he was known for, and it was niche because a lot of people didn't know him, was Parks and Recreation. That was the only role before MCU.
Cult, bro. That was like
it didn't have the same cult following as The Office. It was very politically based. The humor is very political based.
It wasn't Friends. I'm not gonna say it was like Friends
nowhere near
or like
the level of Friends.
Nowhere near the level of Friends.
But
that was a well-known show, bro. I knew about it, and I hadn't even seen it. I hadn't seen it, and I knew about it. So,
Skins is a well-known show as well.
But the thing is, Nerd Man, the guy you're talking about, I keep getting his name. He was always that kind of bumbling, goofy idiot in almost everything he played in. He didn't become that, I guess you want to call it, sex symbol until Guardians of the Galaxy. We had
I
to
didn't say
lose
he
the
was.
weight.
I didn't say he was.
He was super fat on Parks and Rec, by the way.
I didn't say he was a big
weight.
name like that. I didn't say he was a big name like that. I
Paul
just
Pete's
mean
comparing this cast to Guardians of the Galaxy because it's a similar situation where you have a bunch of borderline A-listers, more so B-lister actors that gelled well together and made something good. I didn't know who Guardians of the Galaxy was. I didn't care until I saw it. I'm like, okay, I'm liking this. I'm digging it. The same thing can be done with this. If these Snyder cultists and everybody else is hating on it for the sake of hating on it, can move out the way.
Oh, they've been quiet today. They've been quiet in their little nest.
They were super quiet after the teaser trailer dropped because it was funny because it trended. Number one, at midnight it released here, right? Midnight, the trailer released, and it was trending within 30 seconds in Australia. So people stayed up in Australia to watch the release of this. So I'm just saying, this movie has the potential, and James Gunn has been quoted as saying that if this movie fails, then the rest of the DC universe fails, that he's leading. So I feel like this has a lot riding on it. There's a lot of pressure on this movie, but at the same time, this teaser, it just has so much hope in it, man. There's just nothing.
It didn't give me the feels. It did not give me the feels. I'm gonna go into it, but it didn't give me the feels. I think people are exaggerating a little bit about the quality.
You were crying at the end of it, going, "Oh, Superman!" What do you mean?
Dude, I was damn near in tears after the Man of Steel trailer. I was damn near in fucking tears. Don't pretend.
Please stop. You know what that is? You know what that was? You know what that was? That was Hans Zimmer's score. That's what that was.
It wasn't Hans Zimmer's score, man. It was the Jor-El speech, the Jonathan Kent speech.
Oh yeah, the Jor-El speech was good. I'll give you that. Yeah,
all of it, the flight, everything. Dude, it looked.
Yeah, but sick. This is not an origin story.
Okay. But whatever, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that it didn't give me the feels. A lot of different DC trailers have given me the feels. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the comments because I want to be a little bit interactive with these guys. It's 2024. Newspapers are hardly in business still, and we have facial recognition software. But your issue is his haircut. Sure. I mean, suspension of disbelief. Yes, we have facial recognition, but obviously in the DC universe, they don't, I guess. They've got massive, crazy technology, but they don't have that. So I don't know. My issue with the haircut is it looks silly to the point of I would look at that guy in the street if I saw somebody walk by with that haircut.
In this shot, it looks a little different. So I'm assuming he's running, trying to rush to get to the other planet, and he gets in the elevator. He probably brushes his hair down a little bit.
His hair in the elevator probably fixes.
Fixes it up, and then
maybe it does look a little bit different here. Anyway, James Gunn already said canon continuity doesn't matter when it comes to the story. So why do a shared universe unless it's a negative continuity? I don't know about there's a lot that I don't really like about James Gunn's plan for the universe so far, but I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm willing to give it a go. That's how I feel about it. I haven't seen the film yet. I'm not in love with this Creature Commandos stuff that he's done.
I love it.
Well, good for you, mate. I mean, when we're doing characters that aren't even I think Polka Dot Man is a bigger character than any character in the
that might be fair.
Show. And yeah, so I don't love that, but as far as this Superman trailer goes, it gives me a lot of hope, which it should do. I'll give him this. He does look like someone who I probably scream nerd if someone tells me that he and Superman are the same person. I may think they're a psychopath. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Superman does not work in this generation, like you said, and I agree, nerd man. Lots of the trailer looks TV level. I'm interested. I think it will underperform. Are not interested. I think it will. Ooh, see, Okay, so let me. I'll just do this one because it's the next big one I see here. Pretty sure Gunn confirmed that by the non-flashback events of the film, that Lois knows Clark is Superman, but maybe there's flashbacks to them first meeting. Oh, okay. I don't love that, to be honest. All right. So going back, City of Tomorrow. This is one of the things he said. I was almost promised that I'm getting a City of Tomorrow. You know, the Metropolis is going to have its own identity, character. It's going to be a character in the story. There's only one shot of this whole thing where I see that displayed, and that's with the Lex Luthor, LexCorp building, whatever, where
Luthor Corp,
where he's walking through the L or whatever. So apart from that, I don't really. It looks a bit like just a normal city, and I don't like that. I wanted it to be as much of a character as Matt Reeves' Batman's Gotham is. I wanted to be like, oh, that's Superman City, that's Metropolis. I don't get that vibe from this trailer. And also, this office looks a little bit like old. Like it doesn't scream to me like, again, City of Tomorrow, right? It screams to me like, oh, I'm trying to like appease the Superman fans by making it look like, the old offices we've seen of the planet. So I don't love that. You can go ahead and destroy me now on how wrong I am.
I would say that I'm not sure if this is going for, but maybe since technology's gone up, people aren't really working those newspaper offices like that anymore. This may be a small time newspaper building, and maybe somewhere where Clark can hide and not be noticed much. I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there.
Yeah, I think it's probably heritage building inside. I'd say like that's the idea. Like it's like the heritage of what the Daily Planet is. Maybe they're actually an online newspaper company, not an actual paper one. So that could be also something as well. She's got a paper there though. Yeah, so like, I mean, like they're trying to keep like the look and feel of the original Superman, like theme, that it's like a paper based company. There's.
But look at the office. I mean, it does look
like it's very 1970s, 1980s.
Yeah, it doesn't look modern.
Monsters look a little old.
No, it does look kind of modern because of all the TV screens on the walls and stuff. So that is very screen style. So it's like I feel like it's a combo of two. I feel like the desks and the layout is very 1970s, like keeping that heritage, but then they've modernized it by putting TVs and other things on the wall, etc., and computers, obviously.
Yeah, but we don't get much of a sense of the city itself as a character.
No, I don't, and I think that's on purpose. I don't think he wants to show it yet, man. Like I feel like this is a teaser. When we get an actual trailer, I feel like these critiques might come in more then if we see more of the city. But like, yeah, we have like the farm stuff coming.
All right, here's one thing I love.
This Kent farm.
I love this Kent farm. Modest, basic, shows that he comes from humble beginnings. The Kent farm always looked a little bit upper middle class.
The big ass like. I'm glad that there's not a massive like what are they called, like a giant like stool and stuff out the back there,
like
barn,
a ranch.
Barn. It looks like a ranch. This looks like a farm. Like this actually looks like a farm. Like you own a farm, you go out into a field or whatever, and you come home into the house. Like there's no barn that I can see.
And then this I love. Yeah, dare I say, a Park Kent who doesn't think you should let children die.
Children die.
He probably goes, son. I think you hear some children like in need. Go save them.
Exactly.
This is what he looks like. I love it. I think this moment. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think Mark Kent's dead.
Yeah, that's not that I can think of. I mean, it's.
You think they're killing the mother instead of the father?
Yeah, I think they're killing the mother instead of the father.
As long as she dies, this is the thing. I don't care if they change that. As long as she dies of something that he can't save her from,
right?
I like that.
Because that teaches him that that actually he can't save everybody. And that's a very valuable lesson for Superman early in his life. To learn that you're not everyone. Humanity is not invulnerable like him.
But she'd have to die suddenly. Because
like a heart attack, like his dad did, died of a heart attack.
I don't think it should be a heart attack though, but because that would be too, do you know what I mean? But if it's something like
a brain tumor,
the thing is, I'm thinking if it's something like cancer, surely something in the Fortress of Solitude should be able to fix that right up.
Yeah, it has to be super sensitive, like an aneurysm.
Yeah, it had to be something like.
I don't think they're going to show it. I think they're just going to have
No, they have to show it. I will be upset if they don't show that.
Yeah, they should. That's they should
bullshit.
Because it's an important part of his character development in every storyline. He loses his dad in a way that he can't save him. He can't get there to take him to the hospital fast enough or whatever.
Yeah, so I think maybe
no, you can move faster than they can see you, but stay away.
No, but I really love this, and I like his hair better in this. I wish they would have just gone with this haircut instead. It's still a little bit floppy
it's
and
messy.
goofy.
What are you talking about? That's the same messiness. He's just running in the wind, dude. What are you talking?
It's a completely different haircut, dude.
Oh my god!
It's all puffy.
It's a completely different
the front.
haircut.
See, man, it's been a while since you've had hair, bro.
For the movie.
It's been decades since you had hair, man. So
my hair. I'm very sensitive about my hair. Okay.
3 decades since you've seen your hair. Oh my god.
It's there.
Started fading at 15.
Oh man.
All right. Back to the trailer, you bastards. All right. So no, I really love this. I love the closeness. I love the look of Park Kent. Everything about this screams, that relationship, that fundamental relationship.
Look at his face. It's a realization that he can't save everyone. Look at that face.
and he
Such
can't.
Good acting.
And I know the dad's gonna be hopeful anyway. That's what I'm waiting for. That even though his son is trying to console him, he's like, I'm all right, I'm proud of you, son, for what you've been doing. I can't wait for that bit. This is the closest thing to giving me the feels so far that I saw in the trailer. All right, let's move on. Great looking farm, great looking pairing for them. Okay, back to the dog.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about
amazingness
that they're putting one of the greatest superhero family members ever in this movie. So good.
Are you a dog guy? You're a dog guy, right? You got
I got a dog and a cat, man. I got a dog and a cat, so it doesn't matter. But to me, Crypto is quintessential Superman. This is a Superman thing. It's like Batman without Robin.
All right. Can you please, because I want to hear you say it. I want to hear it come out of your slanderous. I want to hear it come out of your slanderous, lying lips, both of you, that you have been waiting for years for Crypto to be in a Superman movie. Go on, say it, please. Go on.
True.
Say it.
Actually, true. Yes.
Fucking bullshit. Bullshit. No. Nobody has been waiting for Crypto.
He was trending. Movie. Crypto was trending, my dude, after his trailer.
Was trending. Oh, Crypto was trending. Bullshit. I like it though. I like it. I think it's silly. I think it's playful. Whatever. It's a little bit James Gunnish, as well.
Dude, he takes him home, which is this fortress. That's where he's taking him.
But I do like the idea of just having the extended Superman family in this.
Yes.
How would you feel about the Bat Hound being in the Batman movie, though?
I wouldn't care if it was done right. Sure, this looks done
Shut
right, man.
the fuck up! You are such a liar.
Yeah, do a live action Superman movie, bro. Let's go.
Dude, I've been wanting to see the Bat Family extended for so long, and they've just done it dirty every time they've done them dirty. Like every single time they try to make an extension of the Bat Family,
you'll say anything.
Get something like Batwoman, or we get that terrible Titan show. Like they don't know how to do it properly. Like this is doing it properly. It's whimsical. It's very Superman, and like the fact that he's whistling to him after he's got the crap kicked out of him, I assume by Ultraman. Like this, this is so good. He whistles to him and he's like, take it home, Crypto, which is going to take him to the fortress. We all know it. That fortress shot later looks amazing. It looks like the fortress shot.
Yeah, the fortress
looks so, dude, this looks so great. Like, this is what Superman, this is DC being fun. Like, remember when DC was fun? Guys, do you remember when DC was actually fun? Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. That's what
this looks fun. Okay. It looks like happy, bright.
I'm gonna remove him. I'm gonna remove him. I'm this close. I'm clicking. I'm hovering over the button. Oh, definitely with Superman. There's no doubt about that. But I like, realistic. Let's stop pretending. There is a realistic aspect to DC Comics, as well as the more whimsical, fun aspect as well. They have both. So to go on just to be denying all fans of the more grounded versions of DC is bullshit, man. There's a big fan base for what if Superman was in the real world?
But that's
what would that look like?
Comics. But that's like eating.
I'm saying, and it's good to show both sides of that.
I'm saying
to have the contrast now. Huh?
Like the grounded. So there's the three, right? The Trinity. Okay. So there's Batman, who's super grounded, right? He's grounded. Ever since the 90s, he's been super grounded. They haven't done campy Batman since the 90s.
I'm not talking about campy. I'm talking about.
What I'm saying is Superman has always been. Has always been whimsical, even in his serious times, right? New 52 failed for this reason because they made him too serious, right? He's the thing, and Wonder Woman is like the balance between the two, which is why often they connect them through Wonder Woman and other stories, right? In the Justice League. So what I'm saying is, this is great because Superman can be this thing, and then we can have the Batman, which is grounded, and all these other things. We can he put Guy Gardner in this with his bowl cut haircut, right?
We're going to talk about that.
We know what this movie is, guys.
Wait. Let's wait and talk about that because I actually have something to say about that as well. But my point is, you're right about the hope, and the character has always remained intact. Whether they do a more grounded version where it's more science fiction, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of ground all the science fiction elements in something more kind of plausible. Obviously, it's Superman. He gets powers from the sun and blah blah blah. So it's never going to be completely realistic. But they ground it a little bit. And then there's the more fantastical versions, like the All-Star Supermans, the Supermans for all seasons, all of that kind of stuff. I love both. I think both are valid interpretations of Superman. Now, did they do that right in the film? The grounded version of Superman in the film? No, they didn't, because they took grounded to mean let's make his ideals realistic. And that's where you fail. If you take away the ideals, it's not Superman
anymore. Yeah, exactly.
Right? You can still do a grounded story of him, but you have to keep the morals, the ideals, the tenets, all of those aspects have to still be there. Otherwise, you're telling a different story. You're telling an alien invasion story or some shit. You're not telling a Superman story. But this is what I love about this. This is now giving us the other side to contrast against, the realism and whatever. If they had have done the realism properly, it would have been better. And Batman is the same thing. There's the more grounded takes where it's like almost everything can be explained scientifically or whatever. of his gadgets and stuff like that. And then there's the more unrealistic ways, taking on, like robots and, clay men and whatever. And it's still dark and it's still, gritty or whatever, but it's a little bit less realistic. So I don't have a problem with either side. I don't think people should be criticizing that. They should be criticizing the quality of the movie. That's what's important. Doesn't matter whether it's real or not. Is the movie good?
Well, hang on. There's the objective movie, like is the directing good, is the screenplay, like all that sort of stuff. And then is it a good Superman movie, right? Which is character focused, okay? And this is where Man of Steel, but particularly BVS, was not a good Superman film, right? It wasn't. So that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't. It's like it's the same saying at The Last Jedi. Was it a good Star Wars movie? No. Was it a well-shot movie? Yes. So that's the difference between those things. But this here, giving him the cape to drag him to the fortress. Oh my dude, there's no way you can have complaints about this. Like this is Superman.
Oh, I've got complaints. Bro. You want me to bring out my file? No, I don't have that many complaints. I think the cape looks a little bit weird on the dog. I was like, maybe they could have just done without the cape. But then again, I like it. It's Crypto.
It shows who Crypto is.
Crypto is. He's the return. Resurrection, well, it's Superman, man. He's my favorite hero.
He touched the mother box and did Flash like electrocute a mother box and bring you back to life?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how mother boxes work, but
Yeah. All right, shut up. He's doing these little digs. He knows it's happening. He's doing the little digs. All right, whatever. Okay. So Crypto, I like that bit. Love this.
I love this show
right here. This is Superman. This is where I knew it. I was like, this is Superman. He's saving people. This is amazing. Like he's not just floating in the air while someone like is going, please help me in a slow-mo scene, right, where they're drowning almost in a river. This is him actually saving somebody. Yeah.
But let's look at the scene. Okay, so
I love that slow mo. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's so good. It's showing him covering her head, her whole body with his, like fully protecting her with his own body. Yeah. Like that's Superman.
That is great. I was worried about her neck. I was worried about her neck in that show. I was like, he's moving pretty fast. He's bending her down. I'm like,
Superman. You're like, whoops. He'll scream like after when he killed Zod in Man of Steel. Yeah. Give us that
scream scene. What did I do? But yeah, no, it's a great scene. It's a great scene. The nitpick aside. So this is our first look, or I think it's the second look at Lex. Maybe it's the first. I'm not sure. But this shot of Lex.
Yes. His face. Oh my gosh. He looks so angry. It's so good. He's like, I'm going to kill this alien.
Everyone going on about the James Bond villain, shut the fuck up. Although, this is my one thing. And I love this. It's not even a bad thing. I love this. As soon as I saw him, I started Smashing Pumpkins song started playing in my head.
Oh my god.
It's like I just had this Smashing Pumpkins song in my head. I'm like, dude, you need to lobby for a Smashing Pumpkins
his eyes though,
biography. Because I think he might get the Smashing Pumpkins biography gig off this. But yeah, the James Bond villain is so stupid. Do people even know? Because this is the thing. You're talking about people who are ignorant. They never read the comics. They come out here, they pretend on the YouTubes or whatever that they've read comics and stuff like that. They read a few comics back in the day, right? And now they're experts. This is what freaking Lex Luthor is this is almost shots from the comics of Lex Luthor, him with the gun. It reminds me, and what I love about it kind of reminds me of a mix between Smallville's Lex Luthor, but also very, very underrated Lex Luthor, which was the Lex Luthor from Lois and Clark. I don't know if you ever watched that show.
I did.
That Lex Luthor was a menace to society, bro. He was a proper menace. And this one reminds me of that. I remember the first shot of him is like he's in his like lounge drinking wine. He's like a genius. And then he's just got a king cobra like as a pet, like in the corner or whatever. He's a menace. And this one reminds me of that. There is a little bit of not James Bond villain, but you know, like kind of mustache twiddling villain about like Lex Luthor. That's him, you know. There is that kind of, because Superman is the pure hero, you know, like the pure kind of archetype of the hero, and Lex Luthor is the pure archetype of the villain. There's supposed to be something a little bit pomp and circumstance about like Lex Luthor's villainy. So I love these two shots. I love the fact that he's pulling. I can already see it just from his expressions and everything he's doing, that he's pulling from Lex Luthor, Man of Steel. It's a great comic. If anybody hasn't read it, please go get that comic. The fact that Nicholas Hoult said that was what the material he was pulling from made me very, very happy.
Yeah,
and I believed him. It wasn't like one of those ones where you know.
Yeah, I read a comic once, and it was cool. Yeah, like it's like no, he read the comic. He knows what it takes. He's acting as that Lex from that. It's like, yeah, this is not done for just the cool sake. It's cool, so let's put this look and feel on screen. No, they actually care about the source material. It's shown that that's what, and James Gunn cares about comics. That's just the facts of it. So he's not going to put something that isn't. He does, man. This is not, and every single time at the end of his movies, he puts like local comic book stores in the States. He does it, and he also says, "Support your local comic book store, please." Like he knows where the source of these stories comes from, and he does. It's about at the end, at the end of Guardians 3, it has it.
At the end at the end after all the credits are done.
It has I know in the States he has like the local comic book, but he has like the characters from these comics.
Gushing over James Gunn.
I'll glaze him all day. Oh yeah, I will.
I'm talking about Nicholas Hoult.
Dude is giving me a Superman. Hey, sorry.
This guy is
giving me. No, I'm going to talk about it. He's giving me a Superman on screen that I've wanted since Christopher Reeve. So I'm going to do it right now. I ain't glaze him. Of course I am. This guy is bright and hopeful.
Look at you. Why don't you give him a reach around you, motherfucker?
I will. Thank you so much for bringing my hope back for Superman, including the hope in himself. What if the world doesn't need the man? What if he doesn't need Lois? What if I'm questioning myself the whole time? No, this guy knows who he is.
Okay, so let's go back. No, I like it. I like it as well. So this Lex Luthor I really like. And I was unsure about Nicholas Hoult. I wasn't like, Beast, is he going to be like, but I actually like what he's doing here. It looks cool. So
now
this scene,
I don't understand that.
I love.
I don't understand it.
I love.
That's my nitpick of the trailer.
I love this scene with the boy. Why has he got an American accent? I'm sure that's not America, right?
It doesn't make sense. What, is it showing that
it's not America? It's at the border somewhere. I can't remember what the.
Is it at the border? It's at the border.
It's at a border, not the border. You're talking about it's at
the border.
A border. Okay.
He doesn't look very Mexican to me. I'm sorry, man. He looks.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was like some kind of modern day commentary on like you never know.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this scene is about. Maybe it's showed that he's worldwide renowned and there's a little boy praying for Superman to come get him. I don't know.
I love the fact that like this scene is going to be like a heart-wrenching scene and whatever. But I'm just like, you couldn't find somebody, a little kid with a freaking accent. It doesn't even matter the accent. Like he sounds Is it me or am I tripping here? Is he American?
Superman.
Listen to his voice.
Superman.
That's a fucking American accent. Superman.
That's a kid's accent. What are you talking about, Nerdman?
Superman. Superman.
That's a kid's accent. What am I doing?
It's a
here?
kid.
This is my brain is.
You work with kids all the time, nerd man. When they say
What?
they all sound the same way.
They don't all sound the same way.
Yes, they do. They all have their little
Cocksucker.
It's finished.
He sounds American, dude, and he looks like he's in Saudi Arabia or something. I don't know. Like
maybe he's a military kid. We watched the movie.
I don't mind if he's.
What if they're on American military base? American military base.
Maybe it's an American military base. I hope that it's not that it needs to be explained to me, but I'm just like, it's a little bit weird. I find that like you're gonna make this wonderful scene, right? Like that looks great, that looks pure Superman. That is pure Superman from the comics, and you're just gonna leave a little detail like that, like. Just it's about the details, man. Sometimes it's about the detail, but I think other than that, it's fucking amazing. Does Superman smile in this trailer? A lot of people have been complaining about that.
I have nothing to say about this. So.
You have nothing to say about that, but does he smile?
It's weird. You mean like this? Like this looks like it where he's come back from that place, by the way, because look at he's all dusty up. He's pretty punished. I love the little Jerry curl at the front here. It's kind of reminiscent of like.
So I'm just going to ask questions, and you're just going to duck them to talk about positive.
Well, he's showing a scene on screen right now where the guy throws a can at his face.
Yeah. I know. I like the scene.
I don't know why.
I like the scene, but I'm just saying, does he smile in this trailer or not?
I don't remember. No, I don't think so.
Because he looks pretty angsty, like in every scene.
He looks like he's going into it, but then next Guy Gardner's there, so like I don't know what this scene's leading to, obviously, because this scene directly, he walks in, he puts his hand on like what looks like a coffin in the middle of an office building, and then Guy Gardner's shooting his ring. So like, look at this. Like, what is this? I love
that. So let's talk about Guy Gardner. Another point.
Oh wait, he's shielding. So no. T is behind there, so that means that he's shielding the whole building so that people can't get in. Right. So he's with Superman here. This is like Justice Society or something.
I don't think he's with Superman. Clearly, from the look of him, it's like this is not a cool guy.
He's shielding the building.
He's shielding the building. Where's the shot of him? There's a shot of him, like.
Oh yeah, where he has his face.
Where it has his face. Let me. Yeah, there. Oh. Let's go back. Let's go back.
I love that he looks like the comic.
Okay. So
amazing.
This is exactly what I was gonna say. People are complaining about the look of this guy. He looks exactly like the comic
character.
There's no this looks more comic accurate than anything in this trailer. Lex Luthor, Superman, anything. This is
so good.
Most comic accurate of any of it. So
people are bitching about Hawkgirl too. Like, see the costume behind there? People are bitching about that, saying the CW did it better. And I'm just like, really? Did they? Like,
that is true. That looks trash. Sorry, I didn't even see that. I didn't notice. I was so drawn to that. To be fair, I don't really care about Hawkgirl.
She's wearing a similar uniform to Guy, though. Look at that. It's like a jacket over the top of it. Like, I feel sure this is Justice Society, man.
Grounded.
I don't think it's the Justice Society. I think it may be like Justice League.
Maybe some organization or something they're part of.
There's an organization that they're a part of, though, because they're wearing a uniform that's
the same uniform.
Maxwell Lord, in the early 2000s, he had the Justice League International, which was basically a corporate version of the Justice League.
Maybe.
Which is kind of strange because the Justice League should come before them. And then, but like
Justice
whatever.
Society technically should come before Justice League, but because they're their golden age. But I don't know.
But whatever.
He's playing a little bit. That's fine.
So that's fine.
There's a Green Lantern in a
This is Maxwell Lord's team. This is Maxwell Lord's team.
I'm going to say it. This is the first Green Lantern we've actually seen on the big screen since that dog crap movie, right, that Ryan Reynolds did. This is actually a Green Lantern we're seeing right now, like on the big
Wait a
screen.
second. We've seen Green Lantern in
Well, technically,
Zack
he
Snyder's
was
Justice League.
Zack Snyder's
No,
Justice
we
League.
did. No,
Yeah, exactly.
Technically,
You
we
see
did
what
see
I
one.
mean?
But we
You
didn't
see
see
what
one
I
the way
mean?
Paul's saying we
You
see
see what
one.
I
We
mean?
technically have
Pure
seen one.
hate.
That's
Yeah,
like saying
exactly.
we've seen Martian Manhunter in the Justice League. We haven't.
We did
we
see
have.
Martian
No,
Manhunter in the
no,
Justice League.
no,
What are you talking
no.
about?
I see what you mean, though,
we
but yeah.
Look, all right, it was a cameo. This is the first one we've seen who's going to have
He's actually doing things,
bigger role.
man. Like, yeah. he's actually
Okay,
doing
but
stuff.
I don't know if is that supposed to be like a positive thing that this is the first Green Lantern we're seeing.
I think it's
kinda
great.
like
Guy Gardner is a
it's
great Green
making
Lantern
a-
to start off
He's
with.
making
Yeah,
a joke.
it is.
They're making a joke of the Green Lanterns in the beginning.
They're not
Well, we
making a
don't know
joke. He's
yet.
just
You have
doing
to
a
see the
comic,
movie.
dude. It's a comic accurate Green Lantern.
You don't think this isn't a joke of a Green Lantern? I don't mind that.
You
it's
look
a
at his
joke.
eyes there, man. Look at that
Dude,
face. That's
He's not
seriousness right there.
joking. He's not joking.
Let-
It's
let-
not like
let-
he's
let-
playing the
let me-
character
let-
from
let-
Guardians 3, man. Come on.
Let me put it this way. I don't mind it's a joke because it's Guy Gardner, and I understand Guy Gardner, right? But like the average moviegoer does not necessarily know Guy Gardner, right?
But now
That's
they're going to know him.
that's on a deep cut. They're
But
going to
they're
know
gonna
him,
know him
and
now.
they're going to
Yeah.
associate the Green Lanterns with that. But good
Hang on.
thing is,
But no one
the
knew who
good
the
thing is,
Guardians
the good
were,
thing
man,
is, the
until they
good
appeared on
thing,
the big screen.
the-
Like, no
the
one knew
good-
who the Guardians were.
the good thing is that they're going to see the new Green Lantern show very soon after. So hopefully that
Yeah.
will address that. No, this is the Green Lanterns have always been a big, there's different
Yeah, the whole
characters and
corpse,
whatever.
yeah.
So I don't mind it, and I actually love the look of this. Like I'm just like he looks exactly like Guy Gardner. I really so I don't understand these comic book fans, right?
Yeah, they're not.
Coming out like going, oh, like look how silly the Green Lantern, dude. This is him. Guy Gardner has always been almost the joke of the Green Lanterns. He's the one who's kind of like a little bit more boisterous, a little bit more like full of himself, and all of those things. So this is him, and it makes sense that he'd be in Justice League International. Only weird thing about it is why would the what are they called, the little space, the Watchers or whatever they're called from
the Watchers is Marvel. What are you doing? What are you doing?
No, the little
invoked to Marvel's name in a DC discussion.
The what are they called? You just said it. What are they called, JG? Oh, bloody hell! The little aliens that give the rings. The little aliens that Green Lantern is my favorite DC. The Guardians. The Guardians. So why would the Guardians give? This is an aside. This is about the character. This isn't about the film. I've always wondered why the Guardians would give someone like Guy Gardner a ring. It doesn't make sense. They're supposed to.
I mean, doesn't the ring choose the person?
Ring chooses, man.
Yeah, but why would the ring choose an idiot?
I don't know.
The ring choose Hal Jordan, man. Come on. He's an egotistical fool.
No, he isn't. No, he isn't. That's one version of him. That's one version.
I hope this version. I hope we get.
It's a version that I don't.
Look at him. Look at that haircut.
We need the
you have the ego to walk around there.
We need it. Like, look how they walk in, and they're just like, he's like, bam.
So I'm more worried about Gunn's DC universe in the larger sense than this movie specifically. There's like 12 movies in development and only a lost hero in Super. A-list hero in Super. I exactly agree. This is my problem with the whole James Gunn experiment. It's like, dude,
experiment.
You had one job. Bring out the A-list superheroes, make the films. If there was this, and then they had a Wonder Woman, a trailer that's like this as well.
It's too soon.
It's not too soon.
There will Wonder Woman.
Dude, superhero fatigue.
I love Wonder Woman.
No.
Superhero fatigue is real, man. And I'm telling you, the common audience, which my dad, I always refer to my dad as the common audience. I tell you the truth, right? I remember when the Suicide Squad came out, he's like, didn't they just release a movie called The Suicide Squad? That's the modern audience. They don't care, dude.
I know they don't care, but Wonder Woman, to be fair, box office wise, beat both Superman and Batman. in the
because
box
it was
office.
it was
fair
actually a
and
feminist movie
square.
done well. Like that's
Fair
why.
and square. Okay.
Yeah.
So she deserves, if they're having a whole thing of the Trinity, let's get a whole thing of the Trinity.
Well, no, man,
Like,
what
I
I'm
don't
thinking
want that,
Gunn's
though.
gonna
I'm
do.
and
looking
I'm
to
not
rush
just
it.
talking, and by the way, JG,
I'm messing with you, nerd man. Let me live. Let me live, nerd man. Let me live. Let me live,
I'm
nerd
not
man.
just talking about Wonder Woman.
I
I'm
know.
talking about the
Let me
whole
live.
thing.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
nerd. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. I'll allow
I'm
you.
thinking
All right.
Cuz is messing with
But
you. What I'm thinking
I'm
is,
just saying there should be some more A-list movies
and I
coming
think we're
out.
gonna get there. But I'm
You know,
thinking Gunn's gonna do is
eventually, like after he's done his, 50
I get it. I know we're probably gonna be all 50 and 60 years
weirdo
old by the time the
characters.
crap comes out. But we're gonna get it, right? I think what this
everyone's
movie's
going
gonna
on
do
about like
is to build up these
plaything.
other characters to get
Exactly.
to see things on the screen that because we haven't seen
remember,
them
they
on the
rushed
big
it
screen.
Why do we need to build up Booster Gold? Why do we need to build up
Because
Plastic
Booster
Man?
Gold's amazing.
Is that
What are you talking about?
Booster Gold is trash. Everyone knows he's trash. Stop fucking pretending. No one's ever bought a Booster Gold comic. Ever.
I did.
Oh, Booster Gold's amazing. What are you talking about, man?
Of course you bought.
No, I never bought Booster Gold. Look,
Booster Gold is as good as Booster Gold is as popular
and
as
that
Beetle,
trash Blue Beetle movie as well.
Whoa.
It was trash, and that's the only thing they're bringing back.
Blasphemy.
Get out of here, man.
Blasphemy.
Get out of here.
That movie was good.
They're gonna.
They didn't have the budget they needed, but it was good.
Bro,
they're gonna take out Shazam.
You know what it suffered from? Here's what it suffered from. This is what
from being trash.
Blue Beetle suffered from the fact that Iron Man and Spider-Man came before it. So when I was watching it, I'm like, I've seen this before in Iron Man. I've seen this before in Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was new. There was nothing new. That's the problem. But that's the same thing. Hang on, that feeds into superhero fatigue because there's nothing new that can be done.
Guess what Blue Beetle screams of? Guess what Blue Beetle screams of?
Spider-Man.
It screams of DC going, oh, that's a character that can sell toys because like Iron Man sells toys. You can have like loads of different things. Oh, and he's a kid like Spider-Man. People like Spider-Man. Bullshit. The DC characters that are great.
Man. You're being hyperbolic, man. It's not a terrible movie. It's actually a really family-orientated, very focused film. It just suffers from being after a lot of other good films. That's the problem.
He got his powers from a McDonald's box. He got his powers from a McDonald's
box. In the box. He didn't get his powers from a McDonald's box.
Get
oh my God! I wish the Joker was here to destroy you, but I'll do it for him. He got his powers from a flippant alien device, dude.
That he snuck out in a McDonald's box.
He was giving it to him by that one horrible actress in that movie. Yeah. That was a downside of the movie. That actress, whoever the love interest was, she was trash.
I thought you were about minority movies, man. This was the Latino superhero.
I am, and that's the weird thing about it. I was just watching this movie, just thinking, oh, they're so trying to be Spider-Man. They're so trying.
Iron Man scene when he jumps up and he shoots him with the blasters, I was like, this reminds me of Iron Man so much. Like it was.
Oh yeah, that first flight.
And then when the suit talks to him, the suit's talking to him like it's Friday, talking to Iron Man. I was just like, that's what it suffered from. That's all it suffered from, in my view. It had a really good script.
That was the whole movie.
No, dude, it was a really good script. It was a really good idea.
And Susan
Sarandon was a great villain in that movie as well. She was good.
Are you saying these words out loud? Are you saying
she was a good villain.
She
was great.
Villain?
It was good for what that movie was with the budget they had.
For what it was, she was a great villain. Yeah.
Basement villain. I can't believe you.
Great guy Gardner looks special. I hope he is in the movie, to be honest. Like, if he has a little touch of autism in the movie, I'd love
representation.
I feel represented, man. I got autism, so it's like good. I'd like
all right.
The representation for the autistic people. Come on.
Yeah. You didn't like the Flash though, but anyway.
I like the Flash. Excuse me.
Oh, the Flash movie. You liked it.
Yeah, I thought the story was good. I think the CGI was terrible in the
film.
Terrible,
yeah.
I think the end, DC was doing this with its multiverse, and splashing it on screen, like coming on
That was
screen.
dumb.
That was the worst part of the film for me. But everything else I thought was really good. Although it did borrow a line from again, something I'd seen in the CW Flash already was Flash, like, with all the mechanics on him, right? Like, what his name's started with S. The God of Speed, which actually just happened to be an echo of him.
You're talking about Mercury.
But like I was like, okay. But other than that, it was a really good movie. I thought it was a really good lesson. I don't like Ezra Miller, not the person, as an actor. I don't think he's a good Flash. But the story, I can say, was good. The story was good.
I'm sorry. I mean, he was playing two characters, and I thought it was seamless. I thought
Keaton walked on screen and blew him out of the water. Like
Keaton was great, and those Batman fight sequences.
Supergirl, Latino Supergirl that we won't ever see again.
No.
She was cast.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far. She was not better than him. She was
kind of hot too.
She was hot, but like she was not better than him.
But we'll never see her again because Chill's right in that manner. She's just cast for diversity's sake. We'll never see a Latino Supergirl again. And it's like, and it shouldn't be that way either because it should have been a blonde Supergirl.
It should have been a blonde. It's iconic. That's the difference.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not an iconic character and that isn't part of the icon, come on, man. The skirt, the whole thing is supposed to be like Supergirl, the blonde, the skirt, everything. Yeah. You know, you can't just mess around with that. Yeah, but I was sold on that girl as soon as I saw when she actually got cast for it, because I was literally like really against it, and then I saw when she got the part, you know, like he did it online and whatever, and told her that she'd got the part, and she was just like so endearing immediately, and she was good in the movie. It wasn't great. I think the CG again let her down. Like those fight scenes would have been epic if they had good CG, and they just fucked up. It's like if that movie had good CG, it's a great movie. It's not just a good movie; it's a great movie.
Except for the end.
Except for the end.
Where they're like, "Let me show you Nicolas Cage in a super suit." I was like, "Cool, nice."
But think about that. If the CG was good on that. That could have been
Reeves,
something.
Man. They showed Reeves, and I was just like, "This is stupid."
Yeah,
I would have much rather different versions of Flash in that whole.
That would have been way cooler if they did the different versions of Flash across the multiverse.
I can't believe they didn't have Grant Gustin.
That's such a missed opportunity. They just had all the Flashes looking in on him, like they did all the Golden Age. They did all the like they could have done all of them, and they missed the opportunity.
Yeah, everybody's telling him stop, don't do it, stop, Barry, stop.
For Batman,
everyone was saying stop, Barry, stop, like don't do this, Barry. Yeah. It would have been amazing if they all came out to stop him from keep going back in time and trying to change the timeline. Like that would have been better.
That was
anyway.
So
we're talking about stupid. This guy,
and then also sorry, just the last thing on that. Oh God, I've forgotten. Anyway.
Let's talk about Guy Gardner being special.
Sure. Look at
that haircut.
Anyway,
he's wearing that in the modern day. 2024.
Let's go back to the trailer because I just think, to be fair to the people who are criticizing it, like in this shot, she looks trash. In the next shot, I don't think
that
she
shot
looks
though.
trash.
That shot is great CGI. That shot's amazing. I like that.
That shot was really good. I didn't see any problem with her suit in action. It looked really cool.
It looks great. And she looks coming in with a big fucking mace.
What do you think about the movie being overstuffed? I don't think it's overstuffed at all.
I don't think it's stuffed because, well, if it was any other director, yes. But the fact is James Gunn's worked with multi-casts before. Like he did in Guardians 3 and it was perfect. Everyone had their time to shine. Like I think this movie will have cameos, and it probably has that whatever version of Justice League there is there, right? In their uniforms, we'll have them fighting certain things. I think Superman's going to be like, I'm like, he'll come in and probably kick that thing in the face and insta kill it, and then they'll be like, "Well, we wanted you to join us," and he's just like, "No, I'm going to do my own thing. It's going to be Spider-Man, across the universe style." He's like, "No, I'm doing my own thing. I'm here to save the world." Then Ultraman will come and they'll all fight him.
Yeah, I don't think it looks too stuffed for me. I think as well, we've gone past those kind of solo superhero era. Like, you look at things. I'm not that I really care, because I didn't care for Deadpool and Wolverine that much. I thought it was kind of
funny, dude. I
whatever.
loved it.
What is wrong?
I had some nitpicks. I love it.
You're the
I'm
enemy
sorry.
of fun, or what?
You hate puppies too, don't you?
I hate rainbows.
That's why you asked me. That's why you asked me if I was a dog or a
rainbows.
cat person, because he's a cat person. That's why.
I'm
There
a
it
cat
is.
person.
There
No,
it
but
is.
no. Honestly, I watched it. I've always not loved that character from the comics to the whatever. So it's not for me. I get it if people like it. It's not for me. But also, I just I've been waiting for this Gambit guy to play Gambit for a long time, and I just thought he was terrible. Like, his accent, everything. I was like, really? What do you mean? I'm talking
We're
about
talking
another
about
movie.
another movie again.
Oh yeah, okay. But anyway, my point was that you can see with all these kind of ensemble superheroes that there's something there, where it makes it a little less of, superhero fights villain gets defeated, kind of like
Did you see that
storyline
kaiju though?
all
The
over
kaiju
again.
in the trailer.
Kaiju looks great.
Yeah, the kaiju in the trailer.
Kaiju.
I think that's where Lex goes down into like a ship, and he says "blood of my blood," and he mixes his blood with like some sort of genetic device, and the kaiju comes out.
Oh, see, we got to view the city right there for a little bit.
Anyway, all right. So there's a kaiju, another James,
creature.
another James.
I feel like this is Hawk Girl.
Here's what I love about this.
A Hawk Girl villain, maybe.
Here's what I love about this. I really, really actually like the fact that there's a kaiju in this. Right? I didn't love it in the Suicide Squad, but whatever. It was fine. Starro, whatever.
Great.
Yeah, I know. It was great. I'm not. It wasn't my biggest problem with that movie at all. I'm just saying because by that time that Starro entered into the movie, I was really not into the movie anyway. So it made little or no difference to me. But shut up.
He's the enemy of fun, JG.
I'm not the enemy of fun.
I swear.
I like his Guardians movie.
It's so fun.
I like his Guardians movie.
Where's Wonder Woman?
I'm surprised your walls are white back there. It should be black.
Yeah, man, you were thinking, where's Wonder Woman the whole time? That's what you were thinking.
I was not. I like the Suicide Squad.
He wears either
I like
gold.
the animated movies of the Suicide Squad. I like the comics of the Suicide Squad. I do not. I'm actually a Suicide Squad guy, so it was
nothing to do with that. How do you not like that film then? What are you talking about?
Because it's trash. That's why I don't like it.
I enjoy it.
It's not funny in the there's not one.
Oh my God.
Palatable joke. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. I wanna address something. I wanna address the hypocrisy, because when James Gunn does it, it's all fucking love, right? They had the same thing in a Shazam trailer. It looked cool. The dragon looked fucking awesome. Oh, what's there a dragon in it for? It's a little silly, blah blah blah. And when they actually saw the movie, it's all been done before. I've never seen them fight a dragon before in a superhero movie. I've never seen a Superman level character fight a dragon or a kaiju before in a superhero movie. When has this been done before? They just say shit online for the sake of it. And now it's in the Superman. Oh man, this is amazing. So original. He's fighting a dragon. A Superman fight. Get the fuck out of here. And I like it. I like it, by the way.
I feel like it's a Hawk Girl villain, man. It's the introduction of Hawk Girl. I'm thinking that's what it is.
No, I think it's definitely
some Egyptian enemy.
You think? Maybe it could be. But my whole point is just that. I just don't like how everyone's loving it in this, and before they've even seen the movie.
If I'm gonna say the worst part of the trailer, it's the kaiju. I actually don't think it. I actually CGI big monster, that's something that I don't want. I don't.
Let's see it again.
That thing there, I'm curious about what that flower thing is in the sky. But this kaiju beast, I'm just
Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Where was the kaiju?
Where there's like that big flower thing blasting the sky.
I think it looks kind of awesome, to be honest. I think I like it because it
reminds a little bit, but
it looks like a multiverse of madness. Come on.
No, but but multiverse of madness.
I hate to invoke that movie because film's gonna die inside. Like it's
no, I don't think that movie's anywhere near as bad as people make it out to be. But
it's not as bad as people make it. But yeah, it is.
It was quite good. I thought it was quite good. I like the Raimi. Yeah, I mean the Raimi. When he was full on Raimi, I feel like it was at its best. When it was more MCU-ish,
wasn't great. Yeah,
it wasn't great. But anyway, what was it? The spider fart. Does the webs come out of your ass or whatever the fuck that was? Really? The master of magic. But anyway, so no, I actually think it looks good, and it reminds me of those old Superman, like 80s comics, you know, like he's fighting like a big monster in the city and stuff like that. That's Superman, you know, like so I don't mind it at all. I think it's kind of cool. So there was one more thing that I really got to me because I was the fortress looks amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Look at that shit.
And there's the fortress guard. So good.
Yeah. Yeah. Fortress guard is going to be his kind of
Alfred. He's damaged there. Ultraman probably F that guard up, but it's look at it all. This is very cinematic.
Yeah. I don't think they should have given this away in the trailer though.
Yeah,
I don't think at the end. I don't think because also I don't think it does anything because nobody knows these, you know, the average movie. Yeah, they don't know this guy. So it's not like
I love the look of the can I say
it just looks like
the Fortress Guard that looks like a 1970s sci-fi robot. I think that's cool.
It's cool and everything, but if you know Superman, then you know why he's emotional about it. But then if you don't know Superman, you're like, he gets emotional over a robot.
Dude, can I just say this? The more I look at that suit, the more I like it.
Yeah,
that suit, that shot looks really good.
Absolutely, man. The suit looks so good.
Yeah, but anyway, so the Fortress of Solitude looks amazing. I can't wait to see this version of the Fortress of Solitude.
This Lex here, right here, his face.
This Lex here looks.
Now, what is this guy?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting.
This is Lex unraveling.
Lex Luthor right there. Look at his eyes. He's crying in rage. Look at his face.
Yeah. I'm loving this. This is the Lex I want to see as well.
He's like, I'm going to kill this alien. I'm killing him.
This guy I was upset about. This I was really upset about. Not because it's a bad thing. It was more just how disappointing. So we're looking at a Superman movie, right? Where is it? Come on. Yeah. Right there.
It's after Superman catches a nuclear bomb and explodes on him.
Incredible. This is an incredible design, right? I love the design of this, and I'm thinking Brainiac. I'm thinking Parasite. This would be an amazing design for Parasite or Brainiac, and we're wasting this on Metamorphosis or whoever the fuck weirdo Metamorpho. Why? What Hawk Girl and Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific aren't enough. You need to bring this guy in as well. It's like this would have been perfect. And what's his name? Rooker? What's the guy from the Guardians movies? Michael Rooker would have made a perfect Parasite. This would have been a great villain for this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like
it's Ultraman that's the villain. So, but
why is Ultraman the villain? Why?
I think I think this is because it's a seasoned Superman. We're not seeing an origin story. That's what this is about. And you know what? I agree about the Brainiac thing. I think the Brainiac thing should be the second or third
second movie. I think Brainiac should be not third. he needs to be second. He needs to be.
But I don't want to rush to a Justice League, man. I want us.
I want to rush to a Justice League.
No,
I don't.
I'm
not.
Already seen it. We've already seen.
No. We need Justice League yesterday, but that's another thing.
4 hours of that shit. I don't want to watch another Justice League film.
Well, good for you. I want to watch a Justice. I'm a DC fan. I want to watch a Justice League movie, and I want to.
Don't have any villains, dude. To build, no, they have to build up the villain for Justice League over time.
Need to build up. Why do they always need to build it up over time?
Because
the villain comes, they fight the
story. The modern audience doesn't read comics. They don't know who these characters are. You say Brainiac to my daddy, who's that?
Look, I don't. I want Brainiac in a Superman
he knows
movie.
I'm right. He's like,
I'm not. I don't know. You're right. I think you're full of shit.
The modern audience doesn't know who these
you could set up Brainiac in one movie if you wanted to make him the Justice League villain, which I don't even want. I want him facing Superman. I want him second movie. Justice League villain, right? Gorilla Grodd would be a cool Justice League villain. What's wrong with Gorilla Grodd?
Because Superman can just fly down and punch him in the head. It's over.
No, but he's super smart. Like, that's not even beginning to be true. You don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. No.
The Flash could just run in and punch him 1,000 times in 1 second.
The Flash could beat anyone in real life. There's not.
Except Superman breaking sense. But yeah.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't, actually. That's completely. Again, I'm talking to plebeians, MCU fans who come out at
I'm
night.
Listening, bro. I'm listening.
You know, I don't know.
His intellect, he's got the intellect of Brainiac. That's what he's saying. He's like, my mind is expanded.
Oh my god. The ego on this guy up here.
No, but anyway, so Charlie Rooker would have made a great. Can we agree on that? As a Parasite, he would have made a great casting for Parasite. I don't.
Parasite look. Did you say Charlie Rooker? Who's that?
Or what? The guy from Guardians, the whistle guy. That's him.
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker. Yeah. So he would have made a great Parasite. I really think that would have been good casting for Parasite. But the point is, we're doing two things we've done consistently in Superman movies. One, have Lex Luthor as the villain, which I don't mind in this because I don't actually think they've ever got Lex Luthor quite right. And this one, this one looks like they're getting him right. You know, the bald head, everything, the intellect, the science, the business, they're getting all aspects of the character. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
What if you wrap a crystal?
Do we have to do another Superman versus evil Superman movie? Again, Superman versus another evil Superman. It's always been Zod or another Kryptonian or another. Dude, can we get one of his other villains with different power sets that can challenge him? I would have liked to see something different in this. And Parasite would have been different. And it makes sense. Parasite and Lex Luthor going together. That's a great combination. You know, the power with the intellect. You know, it makes sense. Whereas we have to deal with, he's going to fight the Justice League International. He's going to fight fucking a kaiju. He's going to fight this, that, and the other. What about an actual Superman villain who isn't just another Kryptonian or like some clone of him who has the exact same powers? That's my only problem with it. I think the movie, in terms of the hope and the inspiration, is
what if they change the story and Lex is the one that creates the clone?
It's still Superman versus Zod again. That's basically it. It's Superman. He's not going to have a character
because we're not going to have 100 9/11s like in Metropolis, right? He's going to be saving people and sacrificing.
It's Superman versus somebody with the same power set. It's boring. It's done. It's done to death.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can make the same argument for Justice League. It's been done to death. 4 hours ago.
No, it hasn't. 4 hours. Yeah, they've had one.
That's 3 movies, man. That's 3 movies, man.
They've had one Justice League movie. They've had one.
I've seen enough Gregorian changes sniffing Aquaman's ass cheeks off his robe to last me a lifetime. Okay.
We're not talking about that movie, okay? We're not talking about that movie. We're talking about this movie. We're talking about this movie, and I mean, you know, I'm right. That's why you're going off in all different directions.
No, I'm just saying we've seen it all before.
Right.
You're actually making my point earlier for me, where I said superhero movie fatigue is real. It's like, you know, it's been refreshing this year not to have 100 comic book movies at the cinema.
I agree.
There's been like 3. Like
I find that refreshing, but I also find it kind of like, I'm a comic
other
book
things
fan,
can
so
breathe, we had a romantic comedy actually make a lot of money in the early part of this year. Like no, I'm saying it's good to see variety at the cinema again, man. Like there's something for everyone.
Variety at the cinema.
It's not just biopics, CBMs, and some golden oldie film with actors that everyone's forgotten about. Like, I'm glad that there's actually variety at the cinema again.
Oh my god, you're just such a fucking look, dude. I like comic book movies. This is the golden age. We should be happy as comic book fans.
The golden age is over. DC killed it with their stupid.
No, MCU killed it with their trashy little fucking comedy movies that they did. Over and over and over and over and over again. They didn't start any golden age. It ended at the Dark Knight. It ended at the Dark Knight. Ended at the Dark Knight. But my point is, seeing comic characters that I've always wanted to see in live action. For that, I am appreciative of this age. I got my Shazam, I got my Flash, I got my Batman, I got my Wonder Woman, I got
your Flash?
I got Spider-Man, I got Daredevil, I got fucking Punisher, I got X-Men, I got loads of different characters that I've wanted to see.
You talking about X-Men 97?
I'm talking about the good X-Men movies, like X-Men First Class.
Are you talking about this generation of like superhero
films? I'm thinking about this generation, not the last few years. I'm not talking about the last few years. I'm just talking about like, and comic book fans are complaining about it. I'm like, dude, try and live in the 90s. Try and go back and live in the 80s.
Remember the Hulk with Eric Banner?
Yeah.
Remember Daredevil?
How as a comic book fan your soul died every time they announced a fucking character, because you knew they were going to be the Elektra movie. You know what I mean? All of that bullshit. I was actually happy as a DC fan that they weren't making that many DC movies back then.
They didn't,
because I was like, they're
Batman
gonna
and Robin,
fuck it up.
Batman and Robin killed DC movies for a long time.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen some of the scripts that they had for like Wonder Woman and Superman back then?
They're not good. Yeah, they're not
fucking awful, dude.
Yeah, but like
if those movies had come out, they would have killed them dead. Like
this is why Marvel sold off their movie rights, like the Fox and stuff, and then we got X-Men, the leather team. Like it's
my god, those movies, man.
I'll tell you something about Deadpool and Wolverine. At least we saw Wolverine in his actual costume for once.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was cool. So yeah, like The Dark Knight has aged like fine wine. Endgame won't.
Yeah, but
absolutely
Infinity
correct.
War will. Infinity War does.
Infinity War does not age.
I don't like either one of those movies.
It's still one of the best CBMs ever created, Nerd Man, and you can't argue.
It's not even better than Justice League. So anyway, let's move on.
Whoa.
That's the best joke you've ever told, Nerd Man. I'll tell you that. The best joke you've ever made.
All right, so we've got this, and I thought he looked like he looks cool.
I don't know what
and
People are saying
I'm looking forward to see him in the movie because he does look cool. But I'm just like, it just seems like a waste to me. Like, you've got so many characters already. Let's just throw in an actual classical Superman villain that isn't Lex Luthor and isn't another Superman. You know, like, can we do that? Have a little bit of originality when it comes to his actual enemies. But the good thing about it is I think Lex Luthor, they're going to take Lex Luthor to the next level. Like, people are like, oh, I actually want to see Lex Luthor in these movies, you know, like, because he's actually a really, really great villain when done well.
Dude, if he nails it in this movie, it means he can come back for multiple times to different roles. And I think that's a great thing.
Okay. Oh, we haven't talked about the score for this.
I don't like the opening. That's my nitpick of this trailer.
Yeah, I did not like the opening.
I don't like the electric guitar.
Yeah, I don't like the electric guitar. It gets
better as it moves on because it becomes more strings.
It does get better. It does get better, but I'm just like, can you get your own original score, bro? I'm sorry, like John Williams.
It's an homage, man. It's an homage.
I just hope that the movie has an original fucking score. I definitely don't want to.
And they're like,
if it has one of those fucking James Gunn fucking montages with some stupid music, bro. As well,
when they introduce like Guy Gardner and they do
and it's like some fucking stupid. I want epic orchestral majestic Superman score for this, and I hope that's what we get. I think it is, to be fair. I think they were just doing this as a homage, like, oh, let's do John Williams, get people into the mood. The only thing I want from the John Williams thing, which I would actually really appreciate if they did this, is that scrolling, the beginning scrolling.
If they did that as the homage at the start, I'd be emotionally invested straight away.
But I don't want the John Williams score over it. I want a new score.
I'll take it. If they do that in the cinema like they did with Superman Returns.
If it's at the end of the movie, sure. Fine. But I want that beginning.
Could you imagine the build-up and then he flies on screen? Come on, man. Come on.
Nah.
Don't pretend.
Nah, bro. Nah. You need an original score. Just like Batman, dude. Batman had an iconic score with Danny Elfman.
Yeah, well, Batman had
but I'm glad that he had Danny Elfman's score as well, which was great. I'm glad.
Are you talking about the Dark Knight trilogy?
No, I'm talking about even the first.
Oh, the original Batman. I'm talking about the Dark Knight trilogy. That was all Hans Zimmer. Yeah.
That was great. Hans Zimmer's score was great. The new Batman score is great. The old Batman score is great. I like all of them. And the thing is, it shows me what this specific iteration of Batman
Superwise
is about.
Just covered the thing. James Gunn's already talked about the score.
Gunn confirms that main theme will include these nods and notes from William. This is what I'm talking about. Why?
It's an homage, man. Hang on. It's combining, and this is why man.
He's trying to please too many people.
It's about pulling the old and the new together. That's what it's about. Getting new fans of Superman and pulling the old fans from Reeves. He's pretending and as everyone should, he's pretending like the last 10 years didn't happen. That's in the DC, and I'm glad he is. Everyone should.
No, I mean, we look at the whole Superman trailer. Everything Gunn's doing, he's mixing the old and the new, bringing them together. Right, even the suit.
No, he isn't.
Old color,
that's just the old song. How is what are you talking about? That's just the old song played in guitar. I like the trailer. Don't make me
man. I didn't even finish talking. You put me off there. I didn't say anything about the score.
There's no old and new. It's pure old.
Now tell Superwise yesterday.
Where's the new score? Where's the new score? Show me.
I was telling Superwise yesterday that I would have preferred.
I agree with that, but Matt Reeves can't shoot action sequences. Lip sync cams on the side of a car chase scene is retarded at best. That's
but I was telling Superwise yesterday that I would have preferred a new
thing. The car chase scene's the worst part of the Batman. You don't even see what's happening half the time. It's all lipstick cams and I got you. That's all it is. That's all people remember from that car chase scene. And then the walking upside down at the end. It's not even the car chase scene people remember. They remember the penguin and they're going, I got you.
That's you, bro. I remember the whole car.
What happened?
That was awesome.
I don't know who was chasing who because there was no wide shots at all of the car chase scene. So
I think he made a mistake by not doing some wide shots. It's true.
Again,
but I think he'll fix that. But I think the idea of having it so viscerally close and having the camera on the car, I thought that was brilliant. But yeah, it needed some wide shots as well to establish what was happening. That was stupid. I thought that as well when I watched the film. But on rewatch and watching it again, I like being in the bus. I like being there in the Batmobile. No, it's really good. I like being in the Batmobile. It's great. But I didn't like the fact he didn't use any gadgets in the Batmobile. I was like, oh, it's just a fast car. Is that it? Like, it doesn't do anything.
Well, you know,
like,
he's only his what, second, third year.
It's
Maybe
like
he's
second
coming
year
up.
Batman.
This is what I'm talking about. It's
What?
always the excuses. Just because you like
valid
something,
excuse.
you have to
of it.
defend everything. You
It's the
don't even
reality.
like it, and you're
Valid
defending.
excuse.
You're-
You're defending a car chasing
wait,
without any
wait,
chasing cars.
Wait,
man. What are you talking about?
wait. So Paul is defending this just because I'm against it. So anything I'm against,
that's not
Paul
what
is
you're
for.
literally saying.
And then this guy down here is like, oh, I like the movie, so everything in the movie is great.
What? No. The one thing I couldn't stand about the Batman was that slow ass walking. That annoyed the hell out of me. Right by the time Batman got to him, the villain would have ran away. The villain would have got away by the time Batman got to him.
That's a great score, isn't it? Amazing score. It's so good, isn't it, Nerd Man? Amazing. Someone hit a piano just over and over again in the same spot.
Dude, that score was amazing. You got the Catwoman scene where he's racing away with Catwoman. The Riddler.
The most useless character in that film. She shouldn't have been in the movie.
She was great.
What are you talking about?
Shut the all right. And the Penguin was amazing as well. The Penguin show was
that's
really,
why they
really
made a
good.
TV show, which was also great. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant.
The Penguin was really good. The movie is fantastic. It's fantastic. It is damn near the best Batman movie I've ever seen, if not for The Dark Knight. It is damn near the best.
The Batman's the
Batman.
best.
Batman Begins is a Batman film. The Dark Knight is a Joker movie. Don't pretend.
Okay, exactly. So even the best one,
Batman Begins
you have to.
Batman film.
Batman Begins is amazing, but it is not.
Is a good
the Batman is really good.
Let me finish. Yep. I'm going to give them in two different categories. Batman Begins is a great origin movie for Batman. It's really great.
Agree.
And it has a great score. It has that scene where he goes back up and he floats down and he does that whole cape thing at the end. That is Batman. That is so cool.
I agree, dude.
The Batman is a good world's detective film. Like, it's good world's greatest detective film. It shows his detective side. It shows his investigation side, which is what we need in a Batman film. That's why it was new and original. So I think they both stand as the two greatest Batman films ever made. To be honest.
Okay.
Like, I think I'll say that I think Batman Begins is my Batman film. Like, I think Batman 89 is good. I think Returns is better than Batman 89. And
I think Returns.
I think Returns even holds a flame to Batman Begins, to be honest. Like, I just don't think it holds a flame to it.
I think I love Batman Returns. I know a lot of people in this community don't. I think it's great. Like, with the Catwoman, just she's bonkers. Great. She's out of her mind. She's out
Michelle
of her ever-loving mind in that movie.
Yeah.
And I fucking love her. But as we were saying, it doesn't hold a flame to Batman Begins or the Batman. Going back to Batman Begins, I agree with you on that. There's parts of me that says that movie it's definitely a better Batman movie.
Yeah.
If you're talking Batman movie, it's definitely a better Batman movie than The Dark Knight. I'm talking about than The Dark Knight. Because that movie, it gives me
The Dark
chills.
Knight is the Joker with Batman featuring. It should be called The Joker featuring Batman. That's what that movie should be called.
But every line is quotable in that first movie. That Ra's al Ghul, it wasn't your fault. It was your father's. Oh,
that look. Justice's balance. Consider us even. That's a great line.
It just shows his character perfectly. He's not just like some full villain with no kind of code. He believes
in justice, balancing the scales.
It was great. I love that movie. You're right.
Great cast. That Batman trilogy has a great cast.
I'm doing a whole DC day on Christmas Eve. I think I'm spending time with friends on Christmas Day, but Christmas Eve, I think. Got to do a DC day, man. Go through my favorite DC movies, and Batman Begins is going to be one of those jams, bro.
So good, man. It's so good.
But anyway, going back to this. So I do like the design, but I wish it was for a different character. Love the buildings.
Lex Luthor being all beaten up there too. He's got scratches all over his face. Yeah. There we go. Fighting.
What do you make of this dude? What do you make of this dude here, Mr. Terrific?
It's comic book accurate.
With these balls in the air shielding them. That's so cool. I think, is that Lois there that's being shielded there?
It's either Lois or...
And this is another desert scene, so it might be in that same place where he's going, Superman, please help us. Like,
yeah, good point.
Yeah.
There's an ocean there though, so it's like close to a coast of some kind.
Yeah. I like him. I want to see, what it's about, what he's about. Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific was in the Flash show, and he was great in that. Sorry, not in the Flash show, Legends of Tomorrow, and he was. Was it Arrowverse? No, he was Arrowverse. It was the Arrow show. He was really
great
good
though?
Yeah, he was great. The actor did really well. It was terrific. He showed him developing the T-spheres and everything, like in the show. So there's like a lot of
go back and watch that.
Recognize him, but like I think he looks really good. It's comic accurate. He has like the T on his face, but that. Like,
he's not a great.
Also, he's wearing the same uniform.
I don't know. I think if they do a movie about him, if they're trying to spin off into different movies about characters, because they said he's going to be a big part of this, they're going to have to just make up a whole mythology about. Like, there's not enough there in the comics. I don't think he's had an individual comic, right?
No, he's
long running for a minute, bro.
He's like a side character. He's an addition to
he's a side character. He's a side to a side.
That's what he is in this. That's what he is in this. Like so.
No, but they're making him a big deal in this. Like that's what James Gunn is doing.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
No. James Gunn said it.
Who do you think these people firing at the moment? Do you think this is a cleanse?
Oh, this was a great part of it. Actually, let me show you something. Look at the suits.
Yeah, they look like Lex Luthor's suit. Yeah. I was like gonna say, do you think it's like Lex Luthor's like army, like special forces? Like
it's Lex's special forces, dude.
Yeah,
and those
so cool. Little homage there. Pretty cool. Yeah.
No, but I think he's gonna have the suit, bro.
Yeah, at the end.
It'd
be cool. Hang on. If they do a post-credit scene and he opens the thing or whatever, and it's the suit with the kryptonite in it, I'll be just like. Everyone will they will be screaming then. So
I would love that I'd like that in the movie, to be honest. At the end of the movie
before a post credit scene, I think
because my post credit scene has got to be Brainiac. It's got to be Brainiac. This character it's needed for a Superman movie. He's like Lex Luthor, but with Superman level powers. That can actually do. He's a Lex Luthor who can really do something, like without having to scheme and he can do something against Superman, and he's been needed in a Superman movie for a minute because everyone's like, "Oh, Superman's overpowered," blah blah blah. If he faces someone like Brainiac, you're gonna see Superman ain't that overpowered, bro. Someone who's intellectually way better than him. And on a power level that can match him. So I need that Brainiac, just the 3 spots on Lex's computer or something like that. You know what I mean? Like the 3 Brainiac spots. That would be enough of a, thing for me. And I think he's a well-known enough villain. I think there's a lot of people clamoring for him. It's not just like something I want. Great scene, great flight scene.
Iconic,
little bit Zack Snyder-ish, but I think it is good.
Superman flying into the sky is not the blue. Zack Snyder didn't do this blueprint for Superman flying into the sky. Stop it.
Look at what he does. Look at what he does. Look at how he flies. Look at the sound. Look at everything. It is Zack Snyder-ish.
Is he floating? Don't fucking lie. Beforehand, if I see a shot of him with his fist in the ground and rocks floating around it, then I'll say yeah, Zack Snyder.
Look at that shot. Do you want me to do a shot by shot? I'll pull up the Zack Snyder fucking.
How do you want him to fly into the sky?
Stop it!
You are literally doing a Snyder Bro argument right now.
Zack Snyder. I don't think it's that at all. I don't think that at all.
Far He's the blueprint for Superman flying into the sky, apparently.
Okay, so the other Supermans you've seen in live action fly like that?
Dude, Lois and Clark used to fly in the sky like that.
Lois and Clark, you float. Do you want me to show you a Lois and Clark
Superman
fucking
and
scene?
Lois, he flies in the sky
Superman
like that.
He does not fly in the sky like that. He does not have
a vertical shot of him flying from the ground to the air. He
doesn't have the what do you call it? The when a plane, the boom,
Superman Returns, he does the exact same thing.
No, he doesn't. It doesn't have the boom.
That was when Snyder
was
sound barrier boom.
Yeah, it does not have that. It does not. This is the thing. When something is flying that fast, there's a physics to it. And Zack Snyder was the first one. Zack Snyder was the first one who thought about those physics and applied it.
Do you think that Superman has to open the lead box and reveal kryptonite to himself so he can have sex with Lois without killing her?
What? That's not the best way to have sex with Lois.
But how does he weaken himself so that he doesn't, when he ejaculates, he doesn't destroy her, tear her in half?
I don't know. Superman doesn't make sense. Let's face it, guys.
Kryptonite condom?
Let's face it, guys. Superman does not make sense. Look, anyone who touches Superman, right, should be like, oh, that's Superman. Because if his skin can withhold bullets, and it's that hard, and his hair is that hard, and everything is that hard, you should touch him and go, wow, you feel like freaking steel.
Like Lex did when he shook his hand, and he's like, I would not like to face this guy in a fight.
Yeah, exactly. he was kind of. I'm trying to give him a bone. He doesn't want to take it. You know? But Superman doesn't make sense as a character. That's the facts of it. But I love him still. Do you think that
when Superman was a teenager, he used his powers for bad? Like film said, looking at boobies, like X-ray vision?
That's what you would do, film.
I sure would.
That's what you would do, film. We know this freak. That he is. Anyway, so yeah, altogether, I think it's a well put together trailer. I don't know what this sky beam is, but of course, James Gunn does a sky beam everywhere. Oh, it's a sky beam! Sky beam! All of a sudden, sky beam.
Pretending this is at the end of the movie, like it's the end of the teaser. It might not be at the end of the movie. It could be in the middle of the movie.
Get out of here! This is obviously a big part of the movie. Anyway,
the kaiju is clearly at the end of the movie. Okay, the big dragon.
I don't think the kaiju is at the end of the movie. Honestly, I think that's almost in the middle or in the beginning.
Do you think the Flash gets chafed from having sex?
So yeah, what was that green thing? I have no idea. Imagine the Flash fucking. You imagine the Flash fucking. That's what you James Gunn fans like to do because.
You think he gets chafed though?
No, because of all this creature commandos. Oh, what would it be like if Frankenstein's made? Fuck Frank and Dr. Frankenstein. It's like whatever, dude. You guys are problems. You should have gotten James Gandolfini instead of James Gunn. Gandolfini, isn't that who's James Gandolfini? You know, I know him. He's not a director. He's an actor, isn't he? Is he from the? Is he from the Sopranos? Am I wrong?
That is literally Tony from The Sopranos. Tony is the main actor.
Yeah. I remember Gandolfini. I didn't know what his first name was.
I just couldn't remember.
I like that you got the pick though. You knew he was from The Sopranos at least.
Well, anyway, good trailer. Good trailer. Not the best DC trailer ever. Not even close.
Say Man of Steel.
And you would think it is by how people are going on online. I want to see the speaking trailer. I want to see dialogue. I want to see the vibe of this. But people are doing James Gunn. I don't know what James Gunn did to the world to make them. It baffles me to this day. Guardians with the little rat or whatever. Is that it? With the tree and the rat.
Little rat.
Is that what was amazing?
Characters and made them amazing. And
he made them amazing. Emotionally,
and people felt
it was okay. He had one scene. It was one scene with Groot.
Okay.
It was one scene with Groot. I even got teared up for the tree.
He wants so hard.
Dude, I got teared up for the tree as well.
He says we are Groot.
I like the tree. I didn't.
One.
Yes, that was beautiful. I like that. Yeah. That was the only scene that was emotional.
And Peter is like crying over his best friend.
Peter is crying over a fucking rat. The rat.
It's a raccoon.
It's a raccoon, and it's an intelligent raccoon.
At Taserface.
That was experimented on and tortured.
Oh, poor rat. Poor fucking rat.
When his friends were killed, by when he was friends
Good
were killed,
for him.
Did you feel emotional about that, or you just like?
I like that bit of Guardians 3 because it fooled me into thinking it was one of the best comic book movies ever. Because I was like, wow, this stuff with
this
stuff with the rat is really cool. But
raccoon.
But I realized there's the whole other Guardians movie in it, which is okay. I like the bit where they. I like the bit where they go to the planet with the animal creatures. That was cool.
That last scene where they do that one take action sequence, that's one of the greatest action sequences.
Oh, that is really good.
Maybe one of the greatest action sequences in
any movie. Yeah. It is, even though you won't admit Zack Snyder's ones are, but like I'll give you that. They are. But shut up.
The Flash running around really fast and getting shot.
The Flash running around really fast is really good. Anyway.
And then he gets shot somehow.
Oh, and Peter Quill is in space. He's in space. His whole face is about to explode, and then they bring him back, and he's alive all of a sudden.
Dad,
you were right. So the comic book. Wait.
I can't do it as good as the comic, but I'm the best of the best. Like that part is great for you.
The comic book bullshit is okay. The comic book bullshit is okay in your stupid Guardians movie where his faces and tongue are about to fucking explode, clearly showing that his skull has already imploded. And yet he comes back onto the show. Oh, I'm alive.
Yeah,
fuck you. It's called comic book bullshit.
No, it's not. Yes, it's out in space.
You have to suspend your disbelief.
Yondu didn't do it in Guardians 2.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a headache. I'm gonna have a fucking headache. This guy's gonna fucking kill me. The guy was dead. I was like, wow, they're gonna kill me.
No, he died in space when he took the thing off. He's like,
he died. Your father. If they wanted to do that,
was that an emotional scene for you? When Yondu says to him,
oh, that's the best part of that whole movie. That's the best part of that whole movie.
The best part is when he says, "I'm Mary Poppins, yo." That's the best part of the movie.
Yes, and I'm Mary Poppins, yo. That was great. But also, like fucking Shazam, right? Like the end of Shazam too.
Those two movies are great.
Yeah, and I know you like that movie. It's good that you like it. But all of a sudden, it's
Taste the Rainbow.
Taste the Rainbow was fucking fantastic. It was fucking Taste the Rainbow, bitches. It was fantastic. But the point was right at the end of that movie where he goes, I'm the Juggernaut, right? When he says I'm the Juggernaut. No, he goes, I'm Captain Every Power, and don't you forget it. And he does that whole. That was a great part of the movie, much like the Mary Poppins. But when it's done in DC, it's corny, it's cheesy. No,
that wasn't.
It was
he
great.
Self-sacrificed himself to save like all of the world, right? Basically, the world. It was the first time DC characters in this new generation actually did that. One time.
And he did it for his family as well.
He didn't jump over an oil rig as it was being thrown at him by a superpowered being and it exploded to a building.
Yeah, let it explode. Yeah, exactly. But in any case, I don't know why you're throwing that movie.
It's like he knows. As soon as I bring it up, he's like, "Yeah, I hated that."
The funny thing is, I think I've only seen Man of Steel twice.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But I remember the bad stuff.
It's ingrained in my memory so badly, that movie. I think I remember that movie.
Yeah.
I remember that movie almost scene for scene. I could tell you from beginning to end the whole fucking thing, even though I've seen it twice because of just how ingrained it shows. I didn't study it. I'm telling you, I tried to forget it, but it's just there. I'm just like, what is going? What is happening? No, it's a great movie. Anyway,
oh yeah.
So
look,
just let's get back to the what was it? We were talking about something. Your Guardian stupid shit, right?
The best trilogy of all of MCU. Yeah.
But that doesn't say much. The best trilogy, and the best trilogy is Captain America anyway.
There's a lot of great
movies. The best trilogy is Captain America. The Captain American trilogy kills Guardians of the Galaxy.
Horrible take. Horrible take.
What? Are you? It's a Captain America movie.
No, it's not.
Captain America. No, it's Captain America. It's Captain America on the movie. Captain America. Is it called Captain America? Is in the title. Are they all?
Everyone calls it Civil War. They don't call it Captain America 3.
Captain America Civil War.
JG, am I right? Everyone calls it Civil War, right?
Everyone calls it Civil War. Yeah, I still call it today Civil War.
Is it called Captain America Civil War?
It's not
Civil War.
Is it called Captain America? Should we look it up online right now?
Yes, it's called Captain America Civil War, but it was a Civil War movie.
It's a Captain America movie. Thank you. It's a Captain America movie.
No, it's not.
Captain America eclipses your little Guardians of the Galaxy. Captain America eclipses your little Guardians of the Galaxy. Just take it.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
No, it does not.
The first one's great. The first one's.
Are they better? Are they better movies?
No.
Winter Soldier's the best one.
Winter Soldier clears all of them.
But the Guardians is still.
Winter clears all of them.
People hate on Guardians.
I would say Guardians 2 is trash. Guardians 2 is just over comedy nonsense.
That movie, and I don't.
It's got 2 scenes that are good. Your Mary Poppins, yo. That was it. 2 scenes. The Mary Poppins. It got me as well.
It was more development of Peter. It was more development of the rest.
Why don't you just go and suck him off? I need to get James Gunn. Let me get James Gunn on X.
That's true. I love him.
I know you do the whole thing. You do a little spit roast with the whole
gang. Why, why he's so good? Because like when the Avengers Infinity War happened, and he has that whole thing with Thor.
How do you think
everyone laughed because everyone loves Peter because he's such a.
How do you think the tree would feel? Because that tree can grow keeps growing up. This little fucking tight ass of yours.
Oh, you mean the opening Guardians 2 where he's dancing to one of the best songs
ever created? He's not the best thing that's ever happened to comic book movies by a mile. By a mile.
I said that. That's not what I'm claiming. I'm saying it's the best trilogy.
It's not even one of the best comedy movies. Go back to Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is better than anything Guardians did. Kick-Ass is better than Guardians 1 and 2.
We're talking about Marvel movies. You're trying to move the goalposts.
I'm not moving any goalposts.
Why don't you make a kick-ass if you're not trying to move the goalposts?
Yeah, because Creature, you're gonna go. Oh, I can't wait. Creature Commandos is amazing as well, right?
I think it's good. I said it was amazing. I think it's really good.
That bomb Suicide Squad, that movie that completely bombed in the box office, and yes, people were going to the cinemas at that point. Black Widow did better than fucking
Black Widow, where they would see it for the ass shots. That's it.
Oh god,
that's the only reason why I see it. I don't even remember the movie.
There were no good looking.
I just remember Florence
Pugh wasn't seeing it for Blue or whatever her name is. And I tell you the truth, this new.
I'm gonna have to take. I knew I shouldn't have let these MCU fans.
You know what Thunderbolts? JG, this guy's mind on it. He can't answer without like his bias. But JG,
I knew it was nighttime.
Does that not look like a Suicide Squad trailer? The Thunderbolts trailer.
Oh, yes, the Thunderbolts trailer looks trash.
It looks like it's literally parodying the Suicide Squad. Like
it looks terrible. I think all of it. That what was it? The stupid movie that everyone was talking. Oh my god, it looks so amazing. Like the Falcon movie, Captain America.
No, who's saying that looks amazing? I don't know anybody that's saying that.
Isn't it? I thought they were saying
everyone. There's no hype around that film. That's gonna bomb that movie. I think it's gonna bomb.
No, but I heard that people like the trailer, but the
CG is terrible in that trailer. Red Hole looks terrible. No one cares about Captain Falcon either. After that terrible show, Falcon Winter Soldier, who cares? Like, who gives a crap about these these characters.
Well,
like,
it
I don't know.
let's not.
I want to make a suit.
Not.
You have like literally that dude Falcon II going Latino Falcon. Let's call him what he is. Latino Falcon. He's like, oh, I want to make the suit green. I want to do it green, and he's in the middle of a fight. I'm just like, and then this physics doesn't make sense. He literally lands, and he's like, wait for it, and then the shock wave from like the breaking the sound barrier hits the ground. I'm like, that would blow his eardrums out too. He's not a superhuman either, so he's just a human in a suit like Iron Man, but a worse suit because you could shoot him in the mouth and he dies. So like this is the Captain America we have.
It looks ridiculous, but let's not take it in isolation. Let's not just pick on that show. The whole shows of the MCU were trash. Every single one of them.
Loki was
I
good.
was telling you back then, and you guys, oh, WandaVision.
Loki was good.
I remember Loki was bad. Loki was bad.
Blasphemy.
Loki's
blasphemy.
Only good one.
Loki was not even good.
Loki season 1 and 2 were very good.
That fake Doctor Who bullshit. Get out of here.
He's saying that as a British man, you see. He's like, you can't infringe on my Doctor
Who.
You go talk about
everyone. I remember what was it? Warren always talking like with his
Warren.
wild horses. Oh my God, Kang is coming. Kang is going to be amazing.
Well, if that guy didn't allegedly,
unbelievable. He didn't do anything.
The things that he did, then he'd still be a star. But
he didn't do jack shit. You should be mad at that. You especially with all your Johnny Depp.
About the MCU to be mad about this anymore.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about what that woman did to him. That was
his biggest mistake.
If he was proven innocent,
it's proven. It's fact. Yeah, did you see the video of her chasing him through the streets like Terminator?
Dude, I've been offline.
Okay, well, you should see the video. She's chasing him down the street like the T-1000, bro, or is it the T-2000?
T-1000.
She's chasing this fucking guy. Like, I'm like, poor guy, bro. Like he's clearly trying to get away from her. He pushes away in the car, and then it's worse than Johnny Depp. I'm sorry, because like to me, this is worse than Johnny Depp. He pushes her in the car, like to try and get her off of him because she's clearly assaulting him, and then runs away from her and gets fucking charged for it. What is that bullshit? Don't get me started on that.
His biggest mistake was treating a side piece like a wife. He gave her wifely privileges when he shouldn't have. She was just a side piece. She was just somebody that he was messing with. He should have left her alone. He should have left her alone.
There's no mistake. Don't blame the victim. That is bullshit what happened. I'm sorry.
And I know it's bullshit what happened. I'm just saying if he made any mistake, that's what it would have been.
It makes me mad. And I love the fact that all of these I saw a video just the other day calling him an asshole or something like that. It was like some guy, after everything that's come out, some guy like on stream going, oh yeah, like glad Kang is gone because he's a fucking criminal or something. Nothing. He did absolutely nothing. And I hate Kang. I think Kang was trash. I think he was trash in Ant-Man. I think he's actually a good actor.
You are a horrible human being.
It was clearly a good It was a good performance.
He hates
right. Ant-Man 3 was
everything was fun. Everything either gray or black. Look what he's got on. He's color coordinated with his couch and his wall. Gray and black.
That's why he's like, I had to convince him to like the super suit because he's just like gray and whites. That's what I want.
With his Bill Cosby sweater on right now. You want a black
suit Superman,
all right. Go on, tell me with a straight face, Kang was good. Tell me with a straight face, Kang was good.
My favorite part of Man of Steel is, man, when he floats out of his girlfriend's plummeting to Earth in a thing, and he floats out of the back of the ship with like in slow-mo, like
with the Jesus. You know what's great about this trailer? I'll tell you one thing.
That's my favorite Superman scene in all of the movie, guy. Every movie that I've ever seen Superman.
It's so stupid. And then the dad goes, "You can save them all," and he saves none of them. None of them. He fucking kills everyone. Anyway,
he's like he kisses Lois in the ashes of people that are burned and like buildings around him. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, touching moment.
And then the stupid line before.
Is that Enzo dancing? Is that Enzo's face on a black baby? What?
Oh, wow.
Do you remember the stupid line as well before? Oh, they say you should never. What was it?
You don't even remember.
No. It's like something like they say you should never kiss on the first. It's bad luck to kiss on the on the tomb and graves of mass graves of people, I guess. But she says something stupid like that, and he says maybe it doesn't count because I'm an alien or some shit. It was some shit like that.
All right.
It was some stupid stuff.
I gotta get going. But
Peace, man. It was nice having you here, man.
Nice.
Good to see you again, Paul.
Good to see you too. Enjoy.
Now that James Gunn slander begins.
You can.
I'm gonna plan my escape here soon.
No, it doesn't. But anyways, peace out. So yeah, going back to this trailer, last things I was going to say about the Jesus thing. I love this aspect of the trailer where it's just simple, you know. I know it was done in Man of Steel before or whatever, but the context is completely different, you know, with a whole crowd of people, and this is enough of the Jesus symbolism. You don't need him flying out of the back of a ship in Jesus pose. Where is it? Where the guy throws the can at his head, right? This is it.
Oh yeah, right there.
Look at that. That's it. And if it's as subtle as this, you know, and they don't have to reference it. That's what people mean when they compare like Superman to Jesus sometimes, right? It's not that he's literally like fucking Jesus or something, but there's just some parallels, you know, a few parallels of like this is a, you know, so you don't need all of that bullshit, you know, like, oh, I'm in a cross pose, Jesus, you know, a picture of Jesus over me, and you know, all of that crap.
I think the best, if you want to compare it to Snyder, I think the best shot he did was when he was hovering over the house that was in the flood. They had a Superman symbol on the roof of that house, and that shot he's kind of hovering over them. That like was a great. That was a great shot. Great shot.
But he should have come in and saved her. I don't need him hovering over her.
He's got to do a pose first. I don't know.
He has to do his little pose, but like, dude, that pissed me off as well. I'm like, dude, you've got all of these cool Batman scenes. Can we have one cool Superman scene in this movie?
And I think that's the man I want to see. And I hope Gunn does it. And for that scene, it looks like he will. And I was saying this to Superwise, The Dark Knight, when Gordon goes in that monologue about how Batman is the hero and villain this city needs, or whatever, all that whole monologue. He's the Dark Knight.
Oh, Superman, that would be great if it ends that. If it Superman ends with
I was gonna say Superman is different because he always has to turn the other cheek. Always. No matter what he's feeling, about the guilt or hate he's feeling. Even in that scene when the guy throws that can at him, knowing that Superman, within a blink of an eye, can just fold him like a piece of paper if he wanted to, right? But he always has to turn that other cheek. Now, I want to see a Superman that kind of has this mental conflict with himself, right? Where he's always doing the right thing, he's always a savior, but when he fails and the world turns against him, who does he become?
I'll send you a link.
It goes on.
But yeah, you know, I actually want to see a monologue like that. You know, like at the end of the Batman, you know, as well. Why am I not logged into Facebook? Can you send him the link?
Yeah,
because I'm gonna have to look up my Facebook password. It's like quite elaborate. So what were we talking about? We were just saying something. I want to see the monologue at the end. I'd love to see like an actual monologue of like just encapsulating what this Superman means. You know, like the way the Batman and the way the Dark Knight did it.
Yeah.
Although I was watching that Dark Knight scene the other day, it was quite funny because I was just like, every once in a while, I'm just like, yeah, man, I want to watch that Dark Knight scene, like just to hear that speech again. And I'm just like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, can you imagine talking to your son like that? It's so weird when you take it out of context and you just see him talking to his son like he's in a cult. It's like, if I was his son, I'd be like, Dad, are you okay?
I mean, like it basically It encapsulated everything who Batman is.
Everything who Batman is. It's a great
everything Batman is. So every movie from here on out should encapsulate that, right? Where he's both the hero and villain. Like we saw in the Batman, where he was vengeance for the whole movie, right? But he's also hope at the end of the movie. Like he can like play that line. Superman can't. He always
Superman
has to
be able to hope. You sent him the link, right?
Yeah, I sent the wrong one at first. This should be it.
But yeah, it's I mean, all in all, I'm fairly impressed by it. But I didn't get the chills from it. I'm waiting for that dialogue trailer, maybe, you know, like some Pa Kent speeches or something to get me this is I get it, it's a teaser. I'm not, you know, and I really want to see the original score. I want to see the original stuff for this movie. I don't want to see some John Williams shit. That's John Williams. That's Superman. I want to see what this Superman is about. So I want more of this movie, not nostalgia, you know, because it's got the old Superman song. You know, I love that old Superman. I love Christopher Reeve, so I'm gonna love this movie. No, get me on this movie. Tell me why this movie is good. And for the most part, it does.
Now I kind of compared the thing with the electric guitar kind of to American Gladiators, right? It was kind of like that same kind of cadence, that sound, but I would prefer a new thing since it's a new era of DC.
Yeah,
but I'm not really mad at it.
I'm not mad at it, but like, gone. Here we go.
John
you know I don't fucking like you. You know that, right, nerd man? You know that, right? I cannot. You're lucky I can't stay tonight either. But you know, you coming in here
soon anyway.
Go. Sending me message crying about certain streams. I see you streaming and I don't even get a link for the stream. What the fuck's up with that, bro?
I didn't know you'd be on it. Like, of course, you know, you're my bro, but I know you hate me or whatever. But like, I would have sent you the link. I didn't even know you wanted to talk about this. You didn't even talk about it on your channel, like the Superman trailer. So
yeah, because I didn't get.
What do you think?
Huh? Oh, it was great.
What do you think? Oh, you think it was great? All right.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about it?
I like the tone. I have an issue with his suit. I'm not really liking the suit. And then they show when he first hits the snow and he's lying there in the fetal position. I'm sorry, but the briefs look funny. They should have kept off the briefs. Now you actually see it, and it's like, yeah, I'm not too fond of the briefs
because of the boxes. It looks like it's boxes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
But I liked it because it reminded me of the Darwin Cook comics where he's wearing, like, I don't know if you've ever seen if you've ever seen the animated film, like it's called Justice League: New Frontier. You ever seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's got like the more like boxer shorts. It looks cooler in animation, to be fair to you, than it does in live action. But I kind of liked it because of that. But I get it. I get it. Yeah,
the shoulder pads on the suit is a little much to me too. I'm like, not too really sure about the shoulder pad things, you know. But when Crypto comes in and saves his ass, I was like, okay, I like the way they're doing with that. Crypto, you know, supposed to be like it's gonna be a Crypto that we haven't seen before. So it's kind of interesting where it's gonna go with that. There's a lot of heroes and villains in it, so it might be, you know, oversaturated, but at the same time, I think James Gunn has proven he knows how to work with a lot of characters on screen. So I think that's going to be good.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
I do think that I wasn't bothered so much about like having all the characters or whatever. As I said, it's like it's an evolution of the superhero movie. I think like we've gone past the point of like, oh, it's one character, we're gonna follow his journey and then he's gonna defeat the villain, blah blah blah. We need something a little bit different and a little bit fresh. It's also why I kind of like Black Adam a little bit, even though I think he should have been a villain. I don't care, man. I fucks with that movie, man.
I hate that movie, bro.
Which one?
Black Adam.
Black Adam. I fucks with it.
Black Adam's not bad. Don't be hating that. You're not listening to JG over here because just hates The Rock. Whatever The Rock does,
Dwayne Johnson. I would never refer to him as that name
does
ever
not
again.
matter. Whatever he does, JG
He's
is gonna
Dwayne
hate on
Johnson
him
for the rest
You
of
know
my
what I
life.
mean?
What?
So
Wait. What?
He can
Wait a
cure
second. You
cancer. I would
hate
still
The
call him
Rock?
Dwayne Johnson.
he
I can't.
can't
Nope.
stand
I
The
don't know who
Rock,
that
bro.
is. I don't know who that is.
You
I know who
hate The
Dwayne. I don't know who
Rock?
the other guy is. I don't know who that
The
is.
great one? The most
shit one? The
electrifying
shit
man
one?
in sports
Facts.
and
He made me want to
entertainment?
take a dump. That's what he made me want to do.
Shut the fuck up. He's the greatest wrestler of all time, bro.
Oh my god, hell no.
Greatest wrestler.
Preach.
No, not even. It's not even close. And it ain't
And
even close.
I hate that I have to agree with Nerdman, but I do have to agree
Him?
with Nerdman on that one. Yes.
The Rock.
Yes.
The Rock
He might
is
have been the best on the
great-
mic, but well,
Yes,
no, Ric
hands
Flair I
down.
think still has that mental. But
Are you out of your
Are
mind?
your
on the
mind?
mic, bro?
Get out of
Dude,
here.
Ric
Get out
Flair-
of here.
Ric Flair
on the
better
mic,
on the
on the
mic
mic.
than Rock?
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
People are
Nah.
still quoting
I
that.
love Ric Flair. I love Ric Flair, but not nah.
People are
It was-
still
it-
quoting
he
I'm
was-
the diamond
he-
ring wearing. People are still quoting that whole line, bro.
To be quite honest, I think he was unintentionally funny a lot of the time.
Who?
Ric Flair. Like,
Yeah.
I think he
He
realized.
improved all this stuff.
I think he
Bro.
realized a while into it that it's actually funny and it's getting me over and whatever. But I do actually genuinely think like he was just being really passionate of the time, and it just came across as hilarious.
Rock was giving them
But
poo
Rock
tang
was
pies. You know what I mean? He's like, you want some poo tang pie? You know,
Dude,
he's talking
The
about
Rock-
his strudel, bro. Come on now.
Dude, you could just watch. You could just watch Rock interviews at random.
Yeah.
Like Ric Flair, you'd actually have to look for the good ones.
You
could just watch at a random a Rock interview, and it's fucking epic every fucking time.
The best one he did, The Rock did for me. Not saying it's the only one good one he did, but the one that comes to mind was with him, Hulk Hogan, and Kane.
Oh yeah.
Hulk Hogan and Kane. That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
But no, you
made that funny.
Give me Elvis Rock every time.
Oh yeah, the Nation of Domination
Elvis,
Rock. Yeah, he was funny.
Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
He killed it every time he was on the mic, bro. Every single
Well, he's
time.
the only one that could talk on the mic. That's probably why. The other Farouk couldn't talk
Stone
on the
Cold
mic.
was good.
Those other guys.
Oh, you mean
Nation of Domination? Yeah, they couldn't talk.
No,
He's the only one that could talk.
Do you know what? Actually, Ron Simmons was good for his character, but I also think D'Lo Brown is very underrated, bro. He's really underrated.
As a wrestler, maybe. But as a talker, not so much.
You go back and watch D'Lo Brown interviews. He wasn't bad. He was
I
not
like when he
bad.
walked into that neck movie. He would do this, jiggle his neck around, whatever. That shit was hilarious.
That shit was hilarious. That walk with
he's gonna fucking break his neck walking down there.
It's legendary, bro. It's legendary, that D'Lo Brown. You're looking at the real thing now. Get on the streets. It's like, what the fuck was he doing, man? Anyway, that was a gimmick in itself. But no, I honestly, there were some great guys on the mic. I like Kurt Angle, for instance, on the mic.
Kurt Angle was funny.
Kurt Angle was funny.
You know, even the Game, who I don't particularly fuck with.
Game, Shawn Michaels, when they were doing that DX stuff.
But The Rock was on a whole different other level, man. 100%. It was like a little comedy skit, like that he was doing. Like, it was just funny as shit, man. Like every
I remember
week,
they did this. This Is Your Life with him and Nick Foley, Mankind.
And Mankind was good on the mic as well.
He was. When you talk about that skit, when they talk about that skit, it was supposed to go a certain amount of time, but because the people were eating it up, they extended it and let them go longer. Yo, it was fire, bro.
And I'm gonna say it, like, this might be blasphemy. That's the least funny Mankind Rock skit. They had so many good ones, bro. On a week-to-week basis, every time Mankind and Rock came on the screen, I would smile because I knew they were gonna do. And I used to hate Mankind back in the day, but now looking back at it, I was like, no, he was great. He played the role perfectly. I remember that one time.
No, sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say I hated Mankind until they threw him off the top of the cage. I had nothing but respect for him after that.
Yeah. But I didn't have enough respect for him because maybe I got into wrestling a little bit after he did that, and then I didn't see that, and then I went back and saw all this crazy shit he did. But that wasn't even when I got respect for him. It was just watching those clips back and just thinking he made me laugh. Even though I was like, I was on the Rock side, I was like, who is this guy? Like following him around, like annoying, like fucking up his life and shit. But I remember that time where The Rock goes something like they'd been driving into town, and he was like, "Didn't The Rock let you drive in his fucking trunk?" Whatever. He was like, yeah, he was just funny, dude, on a weekly basis.
So hold on. Yes, Jaded, there are a few people that like the trailer because we don't hate everything like you do. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Jaded, come on, man. The link is actually in the thing, and I wanted to talk to you about your little review of this because let's not do that.
I'm playing. Jaden can come on. We already know what Jaden's gonna say already, though, right? Hates everything, so is what it is. I thought the trailer was pretty good. I know a lot of people are complaining about Guy Gardner's hair, which
it looks like Guy Gardner. It looks like Guy Gardner.
Comic book accurate. You know what I mean?
Comic book accurate.
Yeah. So
don't complain. Don't go, oh, I want comic book accuracy, and then when you get it, you don't like it. It's like, what? It's exactly him from the comics. It's actually the most comic book accurate thing in the trailer.
I think. Good. You know what I mean?
She doesn't look good in that Guy Gardner shot, though.
It's very comic accurate, so I'm down for it.
Where's that Guy Gardner?
Looked pretty good. So
Mr. Terrific look good.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at that Guy Gardner shot, bro, she does not look good in there. Well, that's just before it.
I love that shot though.
There she is. And you get the full on. Ooh.
Go back just a little bit.
Fuck it. I can't be bothered. But she doesn't look good in the shot. Anyway.
Well, she's like real tiny, number one. She's like, what, 5'2"? She's like real short, real small. I prefer someone bigger, taller.
I sent the link, Jaded. Look. Stop hating on things and just look. It's right above the comment.
I don't know. Well, Jaded can, but every time I try to like comment with my Big Afford Entertainment profile, my comments never go through. Oh really? Lord, here we go. Jaded.
Hey guys.
Oh
hey,
my
Jaded.
God.
What is it? What did you hate about life?
No, let's start out about what you liked first.
Nothing.
Let's
say nothing.
Nothing. Okay,
just say nothing.
I said it in my video, and I'll say it now. This trailer did exactly what it's supposed to do. Make you want to go, wow, what's going on? I need to go see the movie to find out what's going on.
Oh God.
And that's great because it's like, you're seeing Guy Gardner, you're seeing Hawkgirl, you're seeing Mr. Terrific, and you're going, wow, why are they in this movie? So you want to go see the movie to go understand why, they're there. But at the same time, I'm going, why the hell are they in this fucking movie? This is supposed to be a Superman. But were these guys there? Like is Superman not the first superhero anymore? Like, were these guys around before Superman? Are they around at the? That's what I mean. It's like this movie is like, I don't understand what's going on.
All right.
Like, it's like. You have the scene with Superman. Like in the beginning of the trailer.
You know, he turned that positive into like hatred real fast.
Right.
You were like, oh, this shows why everyone will be like, why should she go and see what's going on?
And
why doesn't it make any sense? Because they didn't follow the timeline. Like,
well, no, not that they didn't follow the timeline. It's not that they didn't.
Superman isn't always the first superhero in the timeline.
No, again, I'm not arguing that.
The JSA come before him.
I don't have a problem with that.
And I think they are the JSA.
And if they are the JSA, that's fine. The thing is that isn't this supposed to be his first Superman movie in the new James Gunn DC universe?
You know what?
Yeah, but he's been Superman for a time before.
All right, Jaden, tell me what you think of this.
Hold on. I get what Jade is saying. I think Jade is saying since it's the first one, it should be strictly Superman, right? But hold on. We don't know how much screen time these guys get. So it may be a Superman movie where it's just these guys come in certain spots, boom, 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 right?
And I have no problem with that. And again, like I said in my video, if it's just a cameo, if they're just a little bit in the story, then that's one thing. I don't want them to be integral to the story. That's what I'm saying. I want Superman to be the hero and the guy that solves the problem. I don't want, as much as I love Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner is one of my favorite DC characters. Why? I don't want him solving the problem.
Why? It's all these weird why? Why is he one of your favorite DC characters? But let me throw this at you.
I like his personality.
Okay, of course.
His personality is totally different. He's a superhero that is literally one step away from being a supervillain because he's going, I like having my powers. I'm doing it because I'm a badass and I can do this. I'm being a superhero to show up Hal Jordan. He's not a superhero the same way,
No, he's kind of arrogant and kind of like
he's arrogant. He's like, I can do this because I'm so amazing. And then he falls on his face every once in a while, but he goes, that wasn't my fault. I tripped. It's your fault. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That's not your typical.
He gaslights you like you do everybody else. Anyway, I could see like the gaslighting thing you have in common. So you probably like. But here's the thing. He has this amazing looking metamorpho or whatever. And I'm looking at it going, yo, that's a good design for Brainiac. That's a good design for Parasite. And it reminded me, like, actually, there's something a bit like not off about the movie at all, but just like I've seen this before. Yes, it's got all these accoutrements of like, it's got like these Green Lantern and Hawk Girl and whatever the fuck. But at the same time, I'm just like, where's a new Superman villain? Where's something new that we haven't seen in a Superman movie? We've seen Lex. We've seen Superman fight a Zod-like or an evil Kryptonian like fucking character. We've seen all this shit before.
I know.
And we get a Superman movie with a new villain, Metallo.
That's another great example, Metallo. I don't have a problem with Lex Luthor. I understand it. It's safe. It's people know who, like the majority of the audience knows who.
And also, he hasn't necessarily even been done right. Like, I would say that there is a comic accuracy to the original Reeve Superman Lex Luthor, in the sense of he represents Lex Luthor before the modern interpretation of Lex Luthor, right? So he represents the like really classical like 40s comic Lex Luthor, but he does not represent the modern Lex Luthor that everyone likes in the comics now.
Okay, see you on.
I gotta bounce. Peace out, guys.
All right, peace out.
So that to me is an asterisk against the movie. I'm like, you've got all of these fucking characters, but where are the Superman characters?
Yeah, I understand what James Gunn is doing. He's playing it safe, and that's not entirely a bad thing for his first movie. But in the second movie, I really don't want a sequel where it's like, oh, there's a cliffhanger where Lex Luthor almost escapes, and then in the second movie, it's Lex Luthor again. I
need Brainiac. I need him. I don't even need Parasite.
I do. I'm more of a Parasite fan. Brainiac. The problem with Brainiac is that Brainiac is more of a Justice League villain than a Superman villain.
No, he isn't. He is not.
Oh, he is if he's played right.
Completely nonsense. He can be. I'm not saying he can't be. He's powerful enough to be. But like Ares is powerful enough to be a Justice League villain. Like you know, Sinestro in some sense can be a justice.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I got to run. It's been fun, man.
Yeah, it's been fun, dude. I have to bounce soon as well, actually, but because I've got my work Christmas party. No, it's all right. But I've got my work Christmas party. But generally speaking, I do like this trailer. I don't like the John Williams music though. Again.
Oh yeah, the electric guitar.
Yeah, it's just like I don't even want the classical John Williams music in this. I want to know what are you doing, not what.
Yeah, give us something. Give us your take. Don't I mean I know it's iconic. I again from the director and producer's point of viewpoint, I understand it.
I understand it in the trailer, but if this shit is in the movie, I'm gonna be pissed off. I mean, like, can't we get a new theme for Superman? Can you not get someone to give us a good new iconic, like everything?
But you got a new costume. You got a new costume. You got a new twist to the costume. Isn't that enough?
No.
Yeah. I understand.
So, you know, I'm supporting this movie anyway. So he got my money because it's Superman. So,
like I said, I was gonna, even before I saw the trailer, I was gonna go see this movie no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
But I again, even in the beginning of the trailer, it's like when Superman's in the snow and I see that pile of snow, right, and somebody's running. I originally went, is that Flash? Because who else would be running that fast?
That fast, yeah, with the dog, yeah.
And then they go, it's Crypto, and I start laughing, and I go, hey, James Gunn, Crypto can fly, you moron.
Yeah. But here's another thing. Like I know the whole crypto thing. I'm fine with it. People like dogs.
I'm not having a problem.
People like dogs. I know it's cute and whatever. And then also there are crypto fans out there, so I don't mind it. Like, but I have not been clamoring to see crypto.
No.
I've been clamoring to see Brainiac. I've been clamoring to see Parasite. I've been clamoring to see those kind of characters. Crypto was maybe in the top 50, you know, at the bottom end of the top 50 characters I want to see. I wanted to see Mr. Flick, whatever, before Crypto. You know what I mean? I'd want to see Toyman before fucking Crypto. But
I want to see Banshee before I see Crypto.
So yeah, but fine, whatever. But what was I going to say again? There was something. The backflips that people are doing over this trailer, and I just want to I just want to be like, I actually like the trailer, but it's not even in the top 10 DC trailers of all time. It's not in the top 20 DC trailers of all time.
No, I mean, even the Wonder Woman trailer was more not emotional. What's the word I'm looking for?
It had more epicness.
Yeah, it was more epic. It was more. I'm gonna have to use your word. It was more inspiring.
Right, exactly. It felt more like I'm telling you, this trailer. And okay, if you compare it 1-to-1 now to it, then maybe you could say this trailer is better. But that's it with the benefit of hindsight.
Right.
For the time, that trailer was amazing.
Yes.
For this time, given the trailers that have come out since, and it's not as good as the Man of Steel trailer. Facts. I'm sorry. Park saying maybe kids could die and all. Even still, it's not as intriguing to me as that trailer. That trailer intrigued me. I was like, wow, I want to see what's going to happen in this movie. This looks fucking crazy.
Right.
You know, this does not. This looks a bit.
The word is safe. It's meant to be safe.
Yeah, it looks a bit safe. It looks a bit like everyone. Let's please everyone.
Yeah.
It's a jaded fanboy. What's going on? Who's this?
Yeah. I don't know.
What the fuck is that about? All right. So I'll remove that person, or whatever the fuck that was.
The world has had established heroes, but they're corporate. They're seemingly not in it for the right reasons being played. Superman's going to be the first genuine hero to change the perception. Oh yeah, right. Okay, then you don't know. Then you don't know about Mr. Terrific. Then you don't know Mr. Terrific's character, and you don't know Guy Gardner's character, because Guy Gardner going corporate is more ridiculous than Superman going corporate.
No, it isn't. That's I get what you're saying, but like, no, it's not more ridiculous.
Well, it's okay. Yes, I can see Superman not going corporate, but again, it's like it's a different basis behind why they wouldn't go. Same reason why Batman wouldn't go corporate. It's just it's the type of characters they are, but for different reasons.
Yeah. But anyway, back to this trailer. But then again, James Gunn doesn't he just comes in and he does his own thing with these characters. I don't think he's going to necessarily do that with Superman, but everyone else, every other character is really up for,
I saw one comment where somebody said that Lex Luthor looked like a James Bond villain, and I went, "Oh my god! Now I can't unsee it."
I thought he looked more. Oh, it's a virus.
Oh, sorry.
Was it Terrence? You're watching the video at the same time. Switch it off, dude. What is going on? T-Virus. Can you see that?
Is that the moon landing?
I don't know. It's like I think someone's like trolling us. T, if it's you, come on and switch off the video.
Oh.
I don't know who that is. It's weird.
I'm just not a big James Gunn fan as much as everybody else.
I'm not. I thought Creature Commandos is just it's not unwatchable, but it's like, what are we doing here? Like, who are these characters? Who asked for them? It's just your little fucking vanity project.
That's a good way of describing it.
And for a vanity project, it's pretty mediocre. If I was like, oh man, I really need people to know these characters that, like they're so underrated and like, let's like this is it. Frankenstein's bride getting banged by Dr. Frankenstein. That's it. So I'm not like in James Gunn we trust kind of fucking person at all. I'm so far away from that, but I think he can. It's possible for him to change lanes. I'm not going to judge him on that. I'm going to judge him on this movie.
Right.
And what he's showing me so far is it seems it's got such a low bar to beat for me. All it's got to do is be better than Man of Steel, and in spite of the historical revisionism of a number of people on YouTube, that movie is trash. It's always been trash. It's a plot hole laden.
No,
I'm not going to get any views, by the way, because everyone's going to be like, "You hate James Gunn." I love James Gunn. You hate Snyder. I don't even hate Snyder, but
I don't hate
or James Gunn, but like I just don't think I think it's like going the opposite way of Snyder. It's like it's just
right. I don't hate James Gunn. It's that I understand what he does, and I am not a fan of what he does. Yeah. I don't like what he did in Suicide Squad. I don't like what he did in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't like what he did with Peacemaker.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that, and that's fine. You want to like that type of stuff, that's fine. I just have higher standards. That's all.
To me, when I think of not someone who could do a good Superman movie, I'm just giving an example of the tone of a director. Right? I'm looking for someone who, like Forrest Gump. right? Like
I
that.
never saw the movie.
Oh, you never saw that movie?
God, no, I can't. I'm not. I don't do those type of movies. You'd have to. That. You ever see the movie Clockwork Orange?
I don't
Remember
know.
at the end of the
This
movie
is
when
bothering me. There's
his
some
eyes
guy.
open and they have to strap him down? That's the only way you're going to get me to watch that movie.
Okay, whatever. The point is that there's a seriousness and earnestness to that director. He's able to blend these tones really seamlessly, where there's humor and heart, but there's a seriousness to it. I think, if you could get the action version of that director, there you've got someone who could do a Superman. Even I was curious about the guy who did Kick-Ass.
Okay.
Even though his pitch for Superman was demented and horrible, like when he was pitching it, but this was before The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. I doubt he would go with that similar pitch now, but his pitch for Superman was absolutely awful.
Oh, really?
It would have tanked Superman for 50 years. They brought that movie out. He wanted to do a Superman movie completely set on Krypton to start off with, as just an origin of how Superman got here, and then do the second movie. Like, it would just be like this long movie going all the way to Superman's death, basically. Is this Terrence or not? I don't understand. I'm sorry. If this is Terrence, I apologize. But if it's all watching the video again, I'm gonna. Hello.
Yeah, that's not Terrence.
It's not, is it?
No, that's okay. You said you gotta head out soon anyway, so.
Yeah, I've got to head out. So, yeah.
I'm still gonna watch the movie, but but unfortunately, and it has nothing to do there's nothing to do with Superman. It has to do with the fact that so many comic book movies have been disappointing that I'm going in with zero expectation.
Yeah, but you're disappointed by everything.
JJ. I'm not disappointed by everything.
There's a reason.
I am disappointed
in the name.
Standard movies.
Which are all of them for you?
No,
every movie is substandard.
They are not. There are numerous.
I know Shaq.
There are numerous. There are a bunch of superhero movies that are done with other than going, oh look, pretty pictures.
Ant-Man and Shaq, I know, I get it. Ant-Man 3 and Shaq, those are the movies.
Please, I hated Ant-Man 3 and I called out Ant-Man 3. Don't even start.
Shit. I remember you saying you liked that shit.
No, I liked the first two Ant-Man movies. I liked Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah, the Ant-Man one. That's the one that was real class. Real classy movie.
Okay, I'm sorry. It had a story that was actually well written and well done.
Oh, yeah.
I know how you superhero fanboys hate that.
Amazing. But The Dark Knight, no, that was just trash.
The Dark Knight was not that good, and you know it.
Yeah, of course. But Ant-Man, wow, what movie? Changed my life. Changed my life.
Hold on.
Changed my life, baby.
It's not that it was a great movie. It's that with what they were.
It didn't have any plot holes. Yeah.
It didn't. It didn't have any plot holes. It actually followed through because it was
so simple that there couldn't be any plot holes. The story was so basic that you can't even. There was no possibility of even. There was nothing.
Ant-Man. What the hell did you expect from Ant-Man?
Oh, but the plot holes in Shazam, oh man, they were so full of
Shazam.
Get out of here.
No, hold on. I love the first Shazam movie because
had no plot holes.
Not that I can remember.
Oh, not that you can remember. Okay, because I can point out some plot holes in that movie.
In the first Shazam movie,
you just say shit.
You loved the first Shazam movie.
You need to go, dude. Here's what you need to do. Here's what, honestly, just go in trying to like the movie.
I do that to every movie. I do that.
What you do? You go in there looking with the razor precision.
I give every movie the benefit of the doubt. I went into Red 1. Giving it a chance.
You go in with razor precision.
No, I do not.
Your little gimlet eyes. Your little gimlet eyes.
Here's the problem.
In on exactly. Oh, he didn't.
My brain off.
He didn't. How did the dragon even know that he wanted to go? What are you talking? It's a freaking comic book movie. Dude.
I don't care. You can still have a comic book movie with a well-written story. Hold on.
How well written does it have to be? Like, what are we talking about here? Because The Dark Knight is well known as like an Oscar-winning fucking script. Everything. The movie is fucking fantastic. How tightly written do you need it?
Hold on. The Dark Knight. Hold on. Let me try to remember which one is The Dark Knight. There's been so many.
Oh my god. I have to go.
The one with the Joker. Oh my god, that was so ridiculous. The plot armor up the Joker's ass in that movie.
Oh, and there was no plot armor in Ant-Man.
Pardon?
There's no plot armor in Ant-Man. Yeah.
In the first two Ant-Man movies, no. There's no plot armor. In the third one, there's plot armor up the ass.
Oh my god, you guys. You like the second one?
I thought the second one was good. What was wrong with it? Again, you have to understand, I go into a movie.
It was so basic that it couldn't have plot holes. That's the problem. It was so basic. It was so stupid.
Try to understand this. Try to
That's
understand
not
this.
well written. That's not well written.
Why?
If I watch that movie, I'm gonna find holes. This guy can be super strong while being an ant level size, and he can't deal with anything like really super quickly.
Hold on.
He should be able to deal with anything. People can't even see him, and he can knock them out clean.
Yeah,
he should be able to do anything.
Ant-Man side. When he's
no problem. So he should have no problem with anyone.
I'm sorry, what?
The fight should be over before it even starts.
Why?
Because he's a little lamp who's got super strength.
He does not have super strength.
They can't even look at him.
Human. He has the strength of a human.
No, he has 9 ants or some bullshit. That's why you throw around bullshit.
He can only shrink. He does not have the strength of an ant. He does not have the proportional ant of a. He does not have the proportional strength of an ant.
I've seen him do stuff. I've seen him. And even still, you could just jump into their ear and like fuck them up. Come on, bro.
What are you talking about? He needs the flying ant. He needs the flying ant to get around. He can't fly.
He needs the flying ant to get around. What are you talking about?
Remember how we have that ant that
needs to wait for them to sleep. Let them go to sleep and then run up on them. There's no villain that should be able to take him that doesn't have like supervision. He was fighting a human, for God's sake, in the first movie. A human being.
As an
ant. He couldn't take him out. He wasn't as an ant. He was a little small guy who could do practically like he can get small enough that you cannot see him. He's invisible to the human eye.
And if he gets too small, he can't really affect.
So that's not plot armor. That's not convenience. That his power set should allow him to do anything.
He can't do anything.
To a human being, yes.
What are you talking about? He can only shrink, and he can only shrink so slow.
No, but I'm letting you know how your critiques sound.
No, because
that's how your criticism sound, bro.
Hold on. My critiques are based on what actually happens in the movie, not what happens in my head canon.
I'm talking about what happened in the movie. In the movie, he can shrink. to a level. Are you trying to say you could see Ant-Man when he shrinks?
Yes, he can only shrink to the size of an ant.
He shrinks to an atomic level. He shrunk to an atomic level, bro.
Yes, in the third movie, and that was stupid.
No,
but in the first two movies, he does not shrink.
I cannot even remember that movie. It's so stupid. The only scene that was good was that funny guy. They should have made the movie about him, because he was the only good one in the whole movie. The funny Hispanic guy.
Yes.
If he was Ant-Man, it might have been better, because he was actually funny.
It might have been that. Yeah, but then it would have been. Then it wouldn't have been comic book accurate.
It was in comic book accurate anyway.
Of course, it was comic book accurate. He was.
It should be Hank Pym. It should be Hank Pym as the Ant-Man.
The problem was
some stupid
Hank Pym. Hold on, Hank Pym was the Silver Age Ant-Man. And then
I'm gonna get a headache.
Ant-Man.
I'm gonna get a headache. This is so stupid.
This is
and Batman. What was he? Was he the? He's the modern Batman. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's a comic book character. The one person that we know from the Avengers, from the main line, is Hank Pym. We don't know Lang, whatever his name is. I can't even remember his name. Hank Pym is the Avengers fucking Ant-Man. That's the Ant-Man that has been for a very, very long time. The one that most people know. We don't care about like the new modernized versions of them. We want to see the originals.
Well, you ended up seeing him. He was in the movie.
He's done. It's literally Michael Keaton's worst role. No, Michael Douglas's worst role.
Oh God.
Michael Douglas is good in everything. Everything I've ever seen in him. I mean, it's the worst role of Michael Douglas's life.
Okay, no.
And Michelle Pfeiffer's. It is.
She sucked this Catwoman.
She what?
She sucked this Catwoman.
I'm out of here. That's it.
I'm
out. I'm literally out of here. I'm gone.
She was not a good Catwoman. You just liked how good she looked. That's all.
She was great as Catwoman. Guys, I'll do a follow up on Christmas. It's I think Boxing Day, because I'm gonna be a bit busy on Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
Christmas Day, but Boxing Day, I'm gonna do a follow up. Talk about all the Snyder reactions to all of these DCU as well, because I didn't get into that today. I'm sorry, T, if that was you. I don't know what was going on. It looked weird, man. Like, just weird. It was like some noise, and then.
Oh yeah, 1610. Man. I hated how they screwed over Ultron, because Ultron is one of my favorite supervillains, and not even having Hank Pym as part of it, and then having the balls to introduce Hank Pym in the MCU in the goddamn first place. Like, I'm going, if you didn't have Hank Pym in the MCU, okay, fine, I'll let you get away with it. But then the MCU later on goes, oh yeah, by the way, Hank Pym is in the MCU. I went, go fuck yourself, MCU. Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
Don't think I didn't have a problem with that bullshit.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. I've got my Christmas party to go to.
Okay.
And it's good talking to everyone. Thanks to everyone who joined. Jaded hating on the world as per usual. It's not
only hating on the bad stuff, loving the good stuff,
which is everything. Tell me one good film you've seen this year. All right, tell me one good film you've seen this year.
This year?
Yeah,
that's a hard question. This year.
You see what I'm talking about? The whole of 2024 was back-to-back flops for Jaded Fanboy. He hasn't seen one good thing this year. TV show, film.
What are my options? Let's see. Red 1, The Joker 2, Venom, The Crow remake, Borderlands. Let's pick Borderlands. The Beekeeper. That was such an amazing movie. I mean, come on. We were given shit.
You're right. You're right.
Come on.
Wait a second. What's the menu this year?
No, the menu was 2022. And besides, I didn't like the menu.
But that was a good movie.
I made a video calling out all the plot holes in the menu. What are you talking about?
What plot holes in the menu? See, this is what I'm talking. You're absolutely out of your mind. You're out of your mind. There's no plot holes of any significance in the menu. Oh my God.
None of you can challenge me. Believe me, people hate it.
Oh, all right, that's it. I'm gone.
Okay.
So not because of you, but like actually because I have to get ready for my Christmas party and do some work and stuff. But it's been great talking about the Superman. Thanks everybody for joining. Really, T-Virus?
No, it's not T-Virus.
It isn't.
Y'all.
Hello?
Yeah, it's not T-Virus.
All right. Peace out, guys. I love you 3000. See you on the flip side. Bye. Peace.
Bye, guys.